We're live. Wow, that was quick that the whole YouTube thing went. Like it let me, I clicked start streaming, and you know how it usually takes a couple minutes for the go live thing? It was like I could click it instantly.
Yeah, it seemed like mine took a bit when we were streaming.
Yeah, the other day. That's what I'm saying.
Speaking of, where were you all 2 days ago?
Seriously.
You know, come on. We had a very awesome Daily Dingus stream where me and Chris spent a good bit of time. There's more stuff than I thought there was to talk about, but we had some pretty good discussions over there talking about what's new in the world of comics and whatnot. And so if you missed that, go back and watch it over on the Dingus Den YouTube, Daily Dingus, where we talked about a lot different topics, a bunch of stuff from Marvel. DC had a bit of news, something that both me and Chris are looking forward to. If you want to know what that is, go watch. So,
and there.
Oh, Chris is.
We lost him again. But hey, everybody, welcome to Rambling Red Shirts. This is Spencer, also known as the Dingus. I'm Patrick, also known as Gale136. And Chris will be back momentarily.
It's definitely VDO.
He's having some technical issues, but we're getting through it. It's all good.
Yeah, Chris is having technical issues today. So it may just turn into a me and Patrick show today. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
But yeah, how have you been this week, Patrick?
Busy. Mostly at work more than anything. It's been a stressful week at work. Let's just say I've been pumping the muscles, man, getting that muscular structure going. Lots of steps. I'd have to count and see how many miles I've walked today. It's probably insane over the last week. But I'm just happy to be back in podcasting. It's been a hot minute since we podcasted since episode 20. Just glad to be back. Glad to talk about some fun stuff. We have in the recent news. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. At first, I was like, there really hasn't been a lot. And then I started looking at like all the headlines today. I'm like, holy crap! Like just in the last 48 hours, like we're just getting pounded with like all sorts of entertainment and gaming news. Like there's a lot here to talk about. So I'm ready.
I think a bit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely a good bit to talk about. So we'll see how it all goes there. Yeah, definitely is a bit to talk about. You want to talk a little bit about what's going on this month?
So first of all, we have to address the giant elephant in the room that is Charity Month, guys. We are doing Autoinflammatory Awareness Month. It's really exciting time for us. Every September, we come on here. It's probably the biggest, other than our February one, this is the really, really big one we do every year. This is the one that seems to get the most amount of, I'd say, attraction. It's typically the September one. It's right before the holidays kick in. The kids are going back to school. The adults are working hard. Everybody's having a good time. Not so much this year because it's an election year, but we're still here to raise money for charity. I'm really excited to do this with you and Chris and Silk and some of our partners that are going to be contributing and helping out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know Frank has stepped in and said he wants to do some stuff. Our buddy Mr. Retro the other day said he might be down to do a podcast with us. I was like, holy crap, what? Yeah. And then, of course, I'm sure John will be around throughout the month as always, and a bunch of our other friends.
John's never around.
Yeah.
I think it's the screen sharing thing, Spencer.
Yeah, I think it's screen sharing for sure. Yeah,
I think it's the screen sharing thing with video that's giving me issues because we never used it before, and I've never had that issue. So,
but let's go to the guy who actually is really running the charity here, Chris. Chris,
hold on,
can you tell everybody a little bit more?
I'm doing other stuff still.
Okay. So right now, this year we actually have something brand new. Chris has introduced. We are doing merch this year, guys, and it's really exciting that we're able to give you guys something to kick back while you guys are supporting the charity, while also being able to donate to a really good cause. That's not something we've had in the past. It's really exciting. I'm excited to see it. I will probably be purchasing a t-shirt either today or tomorrow, just depending. It's just really cool that we get to do that and also support a really good cause. And I guess we can kind of segue that into pick of the week as well.
Well, no, let's show them you talk about merch. We're gonna show them the merch.
Yeah. Let's show the merch first.
and it might be a combination of video and my internet. My speeds are slow. For some reason at nights, my speeds have been really slow lately. I'm going to have to call Xfinity and see what the hell's going on with that. And see if they're purposely doing something.
Maybe it's with the screen sharing. It's causing the issue on top of that with the video.
No. Again, it's not the first time that this has been an issue at night. Okay. Spencer knows. So, but here we go. So we've got shirts. If you just want your general auto-inflammatory awareness, we got shirts, cups, mugs, magnets, stickers, and wall vinyls and glass vinyls, like stickers for your car and stuff. Like this is a really good one for someone general. This one I like because it's got the logo small on the front. Might be more your... Come on. Yeah, I think it's also my internet. Something's going on. Because... It won't matter for the stream, guys, because that's upload. It's my download that's having issues for some reason. But anyway, there we go. Yep, it's got the little logo on the front. Now, if you want something with the big logo, this one's cool. It's got the little logo of our mascot on it, and then on the back, it's got no auto-inflammatory patient left behind. So I really like that one. But the one I'm probably going to get, because that's just for general auto-inflammatory. Then you can go into the different diseases. MVK is an auto-inflammatory condition. PFAP is something that a lot of kids have. But for me, because I have Familial Mediterranean Fever, and that's why we're raising money, because I have an auto-inflammatory condition. And so the one I'm going to probably get is this one right here. Because I'm an auto-inflammatory warrior with Familial Mediterranean Fever and no auto-inflammatory patient left behind. So the really cool. I like the mugs are nice. For the mugs, it's really cool. What I did when I made them is I'll just show this one last, then we'll move on. But you know, we're trying to raise awareness, right? So. This one also has a table of all the different auto-inflammatory conditions, when their awareness date is for their, and then also what their abbreviation is. So every time you look at your mug, you'll think about it. So, you know, just different ways to raise awareness. We're really hoping that the merch store goes off well, especially with parents and family members. You know, we have t-shirts that saying, you know, I heart someone with Familial Mediterranean Fever and things like that. So, I think Patrick should buy that one.
What's that?
I heart someone with a Familial Mediterranean Fever.
As long as the back of it says, I love New York.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, Jesus. That's funny. That's fucking
actually, it's since it's auto-inflammatory and you're involved, there should be just like I love the Baltimore Orioles on the back.
But so since we last spoke, though, guys, we only raised $20 from Patrick. But since then, we've had 2 more donations. If you all remember from the last from Rare Disease Day, Monica came on and she had written a book. Her son Miles has FMF. Well, they made a $20 donation because she's still donating proceeds from the book. And then one of her friends donated $10. So we've made $50 so far. And so we're, you know, at $50, 5% of our goal, guys. 5%. And it was definitely the screen sharing thing because my shit's running fine now. Hey, Cat, what's going on?
Cat.
Hello there. As Patrick's stuffing his face.
Cracker. Because I'm a cracker.
Well, sure. Well, never mind.
We're not gonna. Yeah, let's not.
You're welcome.
Let's not.
Hey, they're delicious. They're saltines.
I do love saltines. Here, try putting 6 in your mouth at the same time. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not going to.
Are you gonna try it?
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Do you have water with you? If you have water, you're fine.
I got a soda here, but I'm worried that's going to cause me to cough up more.
No, you need water for it. So does like the fizzy bubbly will make you not.
It'll make it worse.
Yeah. Because saltines are
they're sodium
crackers. Thank you. Yes, that's what I was. Yeah.
And soda is. It says it's low sodium, but it's sodium.
Heavy in sodium. Soda is. So
yeah. you're doubling your salt in your mouth.
Yeah.
You want a salty blast in your mouth?
That should be definitely one of the incentives. If we raise $500, Patrick has to do the saltine challenge.
The saltine challenge.
Yeah, you've never heard the saltine challenge, Spencer?
No.
Patrick, it's what I just told you to do. 6 saltine.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, but I'd never heard of it until you said anything about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was a big thing when I was growing up in the 90s. But then you're Spencer's TikTok generation here brought it back. I remember seeing some TikToks recently. Obviously, Spencer doesn't claim ownership to that generation much, even though he's in that generation.
I don't blame him. They're very cringe.
Speaking of cringe,
you're one of the good ones, Spencer.
One of the few, it seems like. Anyway,
the few, the proud, the Gen Zs,
the Gen Zers.
Something there.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
Ready, set, go.
I think we should. Well, Patrick did his pick of the week. It's charity.
Well, I didn't really talk about that. Well, this mine's specific to the actual first stream.
Well, go ahead. Since
I'm last, but if you want,
no, that's just how he wrote it. That doesn't mean you're last.
All right,
we didn't talk about.
So, guys, the end of August was fantastic. We had a big build-up. Chris texted us out of the blue and said, "Let's go big, homies."
I did.
Basically.
No, I said, you want to do a kickoff stream?
Yeah, you want to do a kickoff stream. And then Spencer and I were like, hell yeah.
No, actually, first your response was, I don't know. Work's been kicking my ass.
Well, work has been kicking
my ass.
But last week,
so don't act like you were all gung-ho at first, though, Patrick.
No, I was gung-ho. I was just fucking tired.
Lies.
But anyways, yes, we had a fantastic charity kickoff. I think we did a relatively good job. We got a lot of people viewing us that night. I was really happy with the viewership. It's 3 hours, right? I think we did. It was just over 3 hours.
Something like that.
Got to play some Fortnite. We didn't get any dubs. That's okay.
No, that was a terrible night.
We were all kind of having an off night on Fortnite. We were just not our peak game, but that's okay. We had a good time. Dropped our first dono for me. That was pretty fun. I surprised the shit after.
Well, it was funny as hell because I was testing
because I did it right after your test. Yeah,
I tested it, and then all of a sudden I saw.
And I did that on purpose.
Well, what happened? So here's the thing. What's interesting is the list over on the right side of the screen updated before the alert popped up.
Yeah.
So I did the test, and when I clicked the test, it shows that like fake person's name. But then it showed your name at the same exact time, and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, Patrick donated. That's what he was doing.
I was literally waiting until you said you were running the test, and I was like, send. And I just stayed stone-faced. I was like, all right, I'm going to wait and see what he says.
We didn't see your face, so it wasn't on camera.
Yeah.
We were on Discord that night.
Oh, that's right. We were on Discord that night. I forgot about that.
We were on video.
He was staying quiet, guys.
Yeah, I stayed quiet. I had to play straight-faced, so just no sound. Just... Let's see what happens. Let's see how he reacts. And it went off exactly how I wanted it to.
Here,
so,
I'm going to test something. I'm going to see something here. Do you guys... I want to hear... Is there an echo right now for people on the stream? Watching.
Let me check it.
I'm just checking it to see.
Keep talking.
Test. Do you hear an echo? Or is it just on my end? You should hear it because my audio source is dumping up. Test.
Yes, there's an echo.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta figure that out. It's something to do with my audio source picking up video. It makes no sense.
Look into that later on. I guess as long as we can.
Yes, sir.
Have the show go on.
Yeah.
So we have here. So
no, not yet. You won't hear an echo from now on, Matthew. I know you did then because I was testing it.
Yeah, we're good now.
We good now. Well, yeah, because I muted the source in OBS. That would have been good to have an echo of.
It would have been. I would get one of those like ones that has the reverb where it's just like.
Oh boy. So yeah, continue. Do you have anything else to say about our charity kickoff?
I was just really happy with how it went. I really, even though we didn't get any wins, I had a really fun night with you guys the other night. It was a blast. I did have a good time.
Shucks.
Oh shucks.
How sweet.
How sweet.
And then I will say, just to follow up, that first day, holy shite, we did like, I think I counted it. It's like between all three of us, we all streamed that first day. We all did like over 10 hours that day.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Spencer did 3.5 hours. I did like 3 hours,
and I was
and
just over
like
3.
Two or 3. Yeah. You just over 3. Yeah, with your flight. So that's right, because you did that flight to Milwaukee.
No, Toronto. We went to Toronto.
Oh, Milwaukee was the day before.
Milwaukee was like a few streams before. I think before that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had fun going to Canada. I love watching Spencer just rip and tear a bunch of orcs. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was cool watching that.
And then you were Spooder Manning.
Did you see that PlayStation that they're giving away for that? By the way, Spencer, PlayStation
For
Space Marines.
Space Marine?
Yeah,
Space Marine.
Go to Focus Entertainment
I'll look
X.
at that.
Yes.
I will say though, Space Marine 2's been getting pretty good.
It has. Yeah, I'm excited.
So
Just,
has me want to get it more.
I haven't read the article, but it's very interesting. There's an article out there, and I need to read it, about how they were able to get so many enemies on the screen at once in Space Marines 2.
It's pretty good.
So,
I mean, like, it's just getting pretty good reviews.
Yeah.
Like, I figured it'd be a fun game, but it's honestly getting better than I thought it would. So,
yes,
it's pretty good. I'll be
here, I'll
trying to see if I can find this thing that you were.
It's right on their because at the contest they're doing a giveaway for it
On their
on the publisher page, not the devs, the publisher. So it's
Focus
Focus.
Entertainment,
Yeah, it's
right?
Focus. Yep.
I'm looking on their Twix. I'm trying to find it.
That's where it is. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm looking. Oh, that. Maybe I did see that. That's pretty cool, though.
Isn't it? It's very badass.
It's very.
So I'll bring it up for the people to see.
But yeah, no, the first game's been a lot of fun so far. Probably a couple more good length streams, and I'll be able to beat it. So, I'll be streaming more of it. Probably more this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. Who knows?
Nice.
If I'm free, if I'm free enough both days, I could always stream both days and get it done this weekend, maybe. But it's just all if time allows. But I'll definitely stream one of the days. If it doesn't happen Saturday, then I will try my best to do some Sunday. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try and stream soon as well. Definitely tomorrow afternoon, actually, because it's Dab Day.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing my best to try to stream on weekends at least.
Yeah, because of school, absolutely.
So don't expect too much else from me during the week, other than whatever we do here Wednesday nights and Council of Six, as well as
Daily Dingus.
Sometimes Red 5 Tavern, whenever those happen. We're taking a week off this week.
Nice.
But,
so then maybe we'll do a stream Friday night, or do you have plans?
I'll probably be exhausted by the time I'm back home because
Friday's
busy for me.
Oh, that's true.
I have a bunch of stuff going on Friday, so.
What the hell?
So yeah.
Browser. Hold on. Boom, boom. There.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be live on Friday or not at all. We'll see what happens.
What other browser is? Why is it showing that page? What the hell is going on here?
All right. Well,
now my OBS is acting weird.
In VDO, your camera is showing still as me for that other thing that's popping up.
It's what?
Showing your desktop for Rakuten.
It's showing
or it's
Xfinity already?
The Xfinity page.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm saying. That's weird. In VDO?
I'm saying your camera. Yeah, in video for us, your camera's that.
Okay.
That thing that's popping up.
Well, that's very odd. Let me refresh.
Yeah. But anyway, as Chris is taking care of that stuff, maybe he's
there it goes.
I don't know.
That was weird.
Yeah.
There's anyway. There's the PlayStation.
PlayStation.
It's slow on our end.
Well, yeah, there's a delay. Oh, I forgot to set
a little bit
other
of stream delay.
I forgot to set the ultra low latency. Next time we'll do that.
There it is. Now I see it.
Yeah.
Damn, that is sexy.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I'll win a PlayStation to play Space Marines 2 on.
I'm ready to slay some more orcs. I wanna beat that first one though. So that'll happen, and then I think I know what I'll play after, but that on stream, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right. So Spencer, what's your pick of the week?
You know, my pick of the week is a game that just recently came out. A lot of people badmouth it because whenever you get two fandoms of haters together, you get a bunch of it. So,
well, not to mention that business-wise, it has hurt the developer.
That was the big news of the day. Holy shite!
Yeah,
I'm not too surprised by that, just because of the online perception of it. Yes. And I think
I just didn't realize how bad it was going to be. I was like, holy shit,
well, and that's the thing with stocks. We'll get into this later with that article.
Yeah.
Stocks are all speculation, so people speculated that it was going to be bad because of all the previews and the videos,
and they all sold.
Yeah. So, and then when it came out, it had a as the article says, a tepid response,
which we all knew was going to
happen. But that tepid is better than terrible. You know what I mean? Like, at least it's more middle of the road. It's more of a lukewarm response than a completely cold shoulder response.
I think what killed it was that early release, as buggy as it was.
But it's not that buggy. Anyway.
Because they did a patch.
No, because Spencer played it on day one of Deluxe.
Oh, did you play Deluxe?
Yeah, because he got Ubisoft Plus. Anyway.
Okay, so I'm wondering if it's certain systems. Yeah, explain that.
Well, what it seems like to me, at least the general perception for me, is that usually Ubisoft stuff, it's on PC where there's the most problems. And from everyone I've talked to, nobody's really had that many issues among everything, honestly.
Yeah.
And for me, it's been the most, and that's because I was on PC. And granted, since that patch, I haven't had any issues, I think. Yeah, all my issues have been pre-patch, but even then, from the 3 hours I played, all it was for that was I had two visual glitches. One of them was funny because somebody was disappeared from the speeder. I ran into another speeder and there's nobody on it. And then I did have one freeze and one crash. And both of those kind of happened, I noticed, like right after I reloaded in or saved. So like you could tell there's something there kind of linked that I guess maybe they caught on and fixed, because since then I have not had any issues at all with it since then. So like it's been a pretty fun, enjoyable game. I've been enjoying it. I think a lot of people just like make up a bunch of like stupid narratives about it because they love to hate on Star Wars and all that. But I've been enjoying it a good bit. Just it's fun. Like it's not like it's a top tier game by any means, or amazing game. Holy crap, you need to go play this right now. But I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'd say it could be worth your $70 if you were to just go out and get the standard. Obviously we don't know how DLC will be right now to make it know if it'll be worth that extra bit, but as far as right now it goes, just what we have right now seems fun. It's been fun,
which I think for games like that, and I think a lot of us have fallen victim back in the day. You two are younger, so you might not have, but I've been burned by buying season passes ahead of time plenty of times.
Yeah.
Sure.
And yeah, I still do it. Screw it. So I've bought $100 editions of games before recently. Most recently, I think Midnight Suns was the one I spent. I don't think I've gotten a $100 edition of any other game recently. And that one was worth it, but I think it also comes with the theme of the game. I remember buying the DLC for like Assassin's Creed 3 and never even played the DLC for it or anything. So like or Unity or something where I've been burned playing. Ubisoft especially is infamous.
They're notorious.
People with the DLC.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it doesn't help their pricing either because they have like their version. The difference between the gold and the ultimate's really silly because just a few extra cosmetics when you look at it. Because if I was to buy it outright, I would have done the gold one. But that does bring up a point. Since we're talking a little bit about it, what do you think Ubisoft Plus is helping the game more or hurting the game more?
Helping because of the
100%.
pricing model.
100%. Like a Game Pass model.
But in the long run, though.
This is a game people don't necessarily need to own. They'd rather just subscribe, play it, and then unsubscribe.
Hold on. Hear me out though. Hear me out though.
In the long run,
if you're only playing it for a month or two, that's what, $40 round up with tax and all that, right?
If you play more than a month. That's the
difference
thing.
though. I'm saying, though. The difference though is for that $40, you're not just getting Outlaws. You're getting that whole library, and that's where the value comes in. It's as we call it in economics, and I'll get technical and nerdy here on my business degree. It's opportunity cost. Is it worth your time if you were to convert it to a monetary value, which we're able to do because of cost? So for $40, you're getting what, over 100 games?
Not quite that much.
Okay,
but you get a
good bit. And then for $70, you're getting one, but you'll always have it.
You'll always own it.
So, but
ish, because it depends on if you bought it physical or digital.
That game depreciates in value.
Yes, always.
While Ubisoft Plus, I feel like will only go up in value because it'll keep adding games to it.
Yeah.
So I think Ubisoft Plus in general, this whole subscription model, people are all like, oh my God, it's the end of consoles and consoles are going to die, blah, 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 because of subscriptions, blah, blah, blah.
No.
Well, that's the way we're moving. Everything's streaming. Remember when we switched from Netflix DVDs to Netflix streaming and everyone was up in arms, but now got to have your Netflix, or Disney Plus or whatever streaming service you love so much, So I think it's the same thing. I think it's going to help in the long run, and I think the industry is headed that way anyway.
Interesting. No, just my whole thing is like I wonder how the numbers crunch down to if it was to launch on the service or not. Just as a general thing there, because how many people like myself would have been like, well, maybe I'll find a way to dish out the $70. Versus all the people dishing out stuff for the subscription. So because I know a good bit of people that have bought the game, and
did it give you a trial, Ubisoft Plus? Did you get like a week trial, or had you used a trial previously from remember when Xbox gave us a trial or shit like that? I
don't think I have a trial for it.
Okay, I'm intrigued because the trial model would even make it more appealing because then you get that first 7 days or so, or 3 days or whatever they do for free. So, but again, hell, you talked about it, and then as soon as you talked about it late night that night, I was talking to John about it. And he's like, "Oh, I think I might get Ubisoft Plus." Totally separate from talking to you,
Yeah, I could see how it's I could see a lot of people, like I said. And
I've thought about it. I just don't have the extra income right now.
Yeah, same.
I've definitely thought about it, especially because Patrick, for you, would be great because it's on Xbox too.
And these days as well, the way I see it is most of the modern Ubisoft games are generally, I would deem, not the highest top quality of games you're going to be buying. So it's like the way I've always looked at their more modern catalog is, do I really need to own those games? No, I don't.
Well, the thing with Ubisoft too is a lot of them are going on Game Pass now.
Slowly. A lot of them are.
Some.
Like I know Immortals is on there.
Well, what? Which game?
Immortals, Phoenix Rising.
That one.
I think that's Ubisoft, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
thought you meant Immortals of Avian. I was like, that's EA.
Oh no, yeah, we don't talk about that game.
I've heard that's good.
I've heard it's decent, especially since the update. Their big update that they had, they fixed a lot of issues.
Oh, I didn't hear about a big update. Okay.
Yeah, they had it the day it hit EA. I'm pretty sure the day it hit the vault.
Sucks that their player base is gone.
It was after it, I believe.
Oh, was it? Okay.
It was really weird because their announcement was worded really weird with it, because it was saying like it's coming, but here's another update, another step towards the update, and then it was like the main update.
Yeah, at this point,
I looked into it because I downloaded it ready to play it on one play.
Mm-hmm.
Too little, too late.
Well, I mean, the problem is a huge problem with that game is they didn't optimize that problem for consoles.
It shouldn't have been optimized. Yeah, it should have been optimized way better at launch. It just wasn't.
That's a big thing too, and this is a big problem that Star Wars Outlaws has suffered from. I've noticed this too.
That's a big gaming issue in general for all developers.
Not every
game necessarily, but
it depends with. I think you see it in more places than others, and something else that I talked about Outlaws and stuff not being completely ready for launch. Because don't get me wrong, Outlaws definitely has some bugs here and there, and definitely use some more polishing time, even though it's still a fun game.
It got pushed.
Notice though that it's Star Wars, since the Disney buyout, has had that issue with almost all of their games.
There hasn't been a good Star Wars game really,
except for I'd say Fallen Order. Fallen Order didn't really have any issues.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I think
Fallen
just
Order
Survivor
series, the Jedi series, yeah.
Fallen Order, no, Survivor had a bunch of problems.
Oh,
okay.
But Fallen.
Well, that was also I forgot because Fallen Order was technically running on like the Xbox One, PS4 architecture.
Well, let's.
Whereas Survivor is more next gen, so I can see why there's more issues with that.
But what were you going to say, Spencer?
I was going to say Fallen Order, I think, is one of the two exceptions. The other being Skywalker Saga. Everything else has been just bad issues.
Yeah, and the Lego games,
they're always polished.
Yeah, there's never really big bugs with the Lego games.
Has there ever been a major bug that made you say, I don't want to play this Lego game for a little bit? I'll let them bug fix it? No.
Oh, well, I mean, sort of. It wasn't a bug. It was more of like, it didn't make sense they did it this way. And in Marvel Superheroes, there was one thing that you couldn't get after you played the mission. Unlike everything else in the game, you could.
Yeah.
And it made no sense. It was a Stan Lee, and it made no sense that this was the only one you couldn't get outside of the mission. And so, like, I was at 90% of the game, and, like, I was like, screw this. I don't want to keep playing it because I can't 100% it now. I was pissed. And it was all the way back at, like, the beginning, like, the 4th mission or something like that, which we played on stream, actually. And we got it. And I was like, oh, my God, I got it. So... but never really any major bugs for the Lego games, no.
Yeah, I think overall though, like once just to wrap up on my pick really quick is like I said, I think it's solid. I definitely like once it gets polished up a little bit, I'd bump the score up a little bit. And you know, I heard the same thing about Survivor. Like you could tell Survivor had a couple issues, but I still had a lot of fun with it when it came out. So but I mean, once it like gets us good Ubisoft sales, as other stuff goes cheap, it'll be a
That's me. I'm waiting for the sale because I know it's going to drop down, especially since it got a lot of bad press early on. I think the sale will come sooner rather than later.
It's
Ubisoft in general, so I mean, you'll the holiday sales is where you'll probably see the first big sale. I don't think their fall sale you'll see it.
Not fall sale. They won't drop it then. It's still too soon.
I guess I'm doing it the standard with their fall sale.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You're maybe like a
25. It might still be better for me to wait. It might drop it lower before the holiday sale. Just wait it out.
Yeah.
Wait it out. Hold the line.
And maybe they'll offer like a month trial of Ubisoft Plus once they realize people are starting to want to sign up for that. That would be probably a smart way for them to go. The problem is I know people like myself who have used like a week trial of Ubisoft Plus before, and it's like, man, you better give those people, like, if you do another trial, make sure you don't like limit those people who want to come back and be able to play things like Outlaws, and then we'll possibly keep it. Because I think once I get Ubisoft Plus into my budget, it'll stay there.
I think the thing about how to treat some subscription services, and I think there's specific ones for me that I could name this way, of where there's good ones to have periodically, like
Humble Choice,
3 or 4 months. Right. I mean, they have their stretches on and off, but like as far as like your more typical on-demand services like this, Ubisoft, unless if you're a diehard Ubisoft fan, you don't have a reason to buy this 12 months, all 12 months of the year. And so, like, my idea that I have right now, obviously, once Ubisoft puts out more stuff, I will probably continue to pick it up on and off. But my idea right now is I'm going to keep it until Christmas. Well, what does that let me do until then? That lets me play all the way through Outlaws, and then that'll let me play through some of their older stuff. And then you know what comes out a month before Christmas in November?
Assassin's Creed.
Exactly. So I get to play a bit of that as well. And so that's my plan with it, at least, is I get to experience all that there for what, 4 months here. So
I think especially for content creators, it's great because say like there's a multiplayer game on there. I'll just use Avatar for an example. And Spencer like, man, we really should, the new movie coming. Say let's fast forward to December of next year. The new movie's coming out, or is it 2026 now? Whatever. Either way, I don't remember.
One of them.
It's one of those years, and I can't remember if I think it might have gotten pushed back to 26. Anyway, but like, man, that's a multiplayer game, and the movie's coming out. We should stream. Well, I don't own the game, but Spencer does. Oh, I'll just get Ubisoft Plus, and we can play it for a little bit, and and then when we're done and the Avatar dies out of being popular, I cancel it, and I don't, things like that. It's great for, I think, for content creators who are like, man, my viewers want me to watch me play this game. All right, let's go sign up for Ubisoft Plus for a month. Because they'll get tired of watching me play it for a month. So I think, again, like I said, I think subscription service is the way we're going, because that's the way that the ebb and flow of media has gone for the different types of media. It started with music, and then it went to TV and movies, and now we're going into that realm with video games and software. I can't think like software started before video games, because we had then things like Adobe and Microsoft giving you subscription plans for their software, and then now video games. So what's the next? Virtual reality on demand?
If it gets popular enough, I don't see.
I don't see why their subscription.
There you go.
For that.
There we go.
Yeah.
So it's video games again. So yeah,
it all just comes down to your habits. Really?
The subscription they have is a lot like PlayStation's, where there's 2 games you can keep. If you claim it during that month, you have it as long as there's subscription, and then there's like a library of. I feel like not a lot of games, but some games are like I want to say around 30 games of like their extra sort of catalog, or I guess you can compare it to the core that Game Pass has.
Game Pass core, yep.
So,
which actually in what is it, like 11 days they're adding their new one as well.
Yeah.
So Game Pass Ultimate's about to go up by $2 a month. But if you were smart like me, you go and get you let your Game Pass subscription end. This is only if it happens before the price change. You can't do this. And I've talked about this before. And I went and I let my Game Pass lapse. And I go to one of those third-party sites. Got 3 years of core for really cheap. And then I got a month, and then you add that, and then you get a month of Ultimate, and it converts it. So so for the price, for like $140, I got two years of Game Pass Ultimate.
Very nice.
Can't beat that.
Pretty good deal there.
So
you broke the system.
Well, no, I wasn't the first one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what is your pick of the week, Chris?
My pick of the week is, before we get to that, folks, remember, we are here for World Autoinflammatory Awareness Month. We are raising money for FMF and AID Global Association, as I'm sitting here looking for the message to be able to pin it. Excellent. And so far we raised $50. Make sure you go to that link that just got pinned in the chat to donate, or share the link. Either one helps. Even if you donate $1, like if 1,000 people donate $1, we've reached our goal.
Yeah.
So, come on, $1. More people waste that much in a minute of their lives.
Less than a cup of coffee.
Way less than a cup of coffee. Man, where are you getting $1 cup of
Especially
coffee?
Starbucks coffee. That's like a fifth of a cup of coffee.
So, and if you want to learn about the organization, you just click on this little eye right here, and it takes you right to their website. Yeah.
And go get the merch.
Take
something home.
Later in the month, I'm going to be showcasing the magazine, which, hold on, let me find that. I can easily find that because I said it here. Boom. Let me zoom out. Yep. Here is the magazine, the yearly magazine that FMF puts out. It's a PDF, so if anybody wants it, there's all kinds of crazy stories in here. There's about this fundraiser right at the beginning of it, and then right here about the merch store. So, yeah, and then lots of stories about kids. This guy ran a marathon and had people donate, and he used Streamlabs charity because we used it. So, and he raised a bunch of money, over $600. So that was awesome.
Damn.
Yeah. So, and then this person right here, she's going to be doing the FMFNAID podcast and raising money in German, I think is her. And her, I think, is French. So, yeah, we're really starting to get people involved. And I think us starting this all those years ago has really invigorated other people to get going.
Cool.
Yeah.
So now we've inspired others.
We have. Absolutely have. Which is great. That's the point. But my pick of the week is Dave the Diver. It's a game that came out about a little over a year ago, right? Or is it?
Sure, that sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds right.
I think June of 23 is when it came out. Let me see here. Let me double check that. I don't want to be wrong. Yep, June 28th, 2023. Look at me. I've wanted this game for a while, especially since they released a free DLC to do with Godzilla, which is really cool. Essentially, what the game is you are a scuba diver by day, and by night, you help run a sushi bar. And so you're catching fish, you're doing all, and it's this interesting, without spoiling too much, it's this interesting like lagoon area that always replenishes. So it's got roguelike elements to it where the ocean always changes every time you do it. It's a different run every time, and you have different weapons, there's different weapons, different harpoons. You got to worry about your oxygen is your health, which is cool. And it's just lots of fun. It's a really chill game. I find myself playing it a lot at night or when I'm just watching TV or news in the background, and I just sit here and play it because it's so chill. It's got that 8-bit, well, 16-bit probably pixel look to it, which is really, really like it's nostalgic. And it's just fun, you know. It's got little mini games when you're doing the sushi. It's got restaurant management, like sim management aspects to it, as well as platformer aspects. It honestly, a little bit of it when you're doing the diving reminds me of the NES Ninja Turtles game in that underwater level, because there are parts where you're like, oh my god, and you panic, sharks come after you. They've got all kinds of crazy fish that you've heard of but you've never seen in person, like the anglerfish, the one with the little lantern on its head, the sawtooth shark, which has got a big blade saw. Those things are nasty. But yeah, it's lots of fun. I highly recommend picking it up. It's always going on sale. It's on PC and PlayStation. Not on Xbox yet. I don't know if it will be going on Xbox, but either way, fantastic game. Very chill. Wish there were more games like it. For sure.
Need to play it here. Only great things.
Yes. Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, I'm so excited for you to play it just because of the it's just so like some of the silly aspects to it, as well as
Sure.
like you're just gonna giggle when you play it. So the reason I wanted to be the last one to go, because you know we were talking about pixels and blocks, and what does that take us to? What do we think about when we
Pixels and blocks.
Hmm.
Pixels, the movie Pixels. You know.
Close.
Well, the movie Pixels had a Pac-Man in it. Pac-Man has had his own like show.
Now you're just being a dick.
Well, you know what Pac-Man's also in though.
What? Oh yeah. What is Pac-Man?
Pac-Man's in a little thing called Minecraft.
Oh no way!
You've ever heard of it?
I haven't. You know, do tell me about.
That's so crazy. Because you've never heard of this.
Tell me about Minecraft. What is this craft of mining you speak of?
Oh, you know, it's all about
mining and crafting.
Punching everything you can.
Excellent.
And then you smack it all together to make a new thing.
So wait, why isn't it not called Smack Punch? Or
it's
Punch
just
Smack?
Named wrong. It's just
okay,
named
and
wrong.
it really is. No, anyway. We've all watched the trailer.
Yeah.
First of all, was it anything you expected?
Well, to be honest, I don't know what to expect. Well, I'll be honest though. I don't know if you all saw, but there is a leak of one of the trees that they used on set, or like 2 of them or something.
No, I didn't.
So when I saw that, I had a better idea for what that style was going to be. Which, you know, you can kind of. It's just weird though. It's like
it's so weird. You
it's
know,
like
what?
When they made it, they kind of just didn't learn from what went wrong with other stuff, because everyone's using that sheep at the beginning there.
Yeah.
And comparing it to Sonic, and they're 100% right. It's just a weird style.
It's such a weird, like, first of all, you can tell it's green screen. Like, look, folks.
Yeah.
You tell, like, first of all, why do I have CCs on? I don't need that one for YouTube. You can tell it's green screen. Totally tell they're in a green screen. And without giving away too much from this image, this guy in the middle in the pink shirt, I wonder who that could be. In this pink jacket.
You know what looks so odd for it is I could maybe get behind this style more if there wasn't just humans slapped into it.
Yeah, like here and that's what's her name from Wednesday, right?
No, wait.
The girl. She plays I
haven't seen Wednesday, so I don't know who you're
Oh,
talking
you haven't watched Wednesday?
No.
Oh man.
Never appealed to me.
Oh, it's a great show.
That's what I hear. I just don't care.
Great show. Is it her though? Yeah, Emma Myers. That's Emma Myers from Wednesday. So even if you don't care, you should be doing your research, Spencer. Remember what I told you.
I'm good.
I don't. She looks familiar. Danielle Brooks. What's she in? Orange is the New Black. Apparently.
Can we just talk about? All right. Hold
on a second. We're getting to it. And there he is. I can't take him seriously.
We gotta say, all right, Jack Black is now 3 for 3 for playing iconic video game characters.
But Jason Momoa, I can't take him seriously like this.
Jason Momoa.
I'm at 19. I'm at 19 seconds.
19 seconds.
I can't. I cannot take him seriously like this.
What is he doing here?
I don't know. What is his?
You ever watch that movie he did for Netflix?
Yes. The one where he was like the imp dude or something or whatever he was.
Yeah. But like he was very goofy in that.
Yes,
though,
I liked
so
that though.
I think he's gonna be channeling a bit of that in that or whatever.
The look, man. How are we gonna? We're just gonna keep going. And here's the sheep that everybody loves. Again, I can't take next year. I can't. Here's come the pig guys. These guys look cool. I like the way the pig guys look. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the what are they called?
I forget. You know, yeah.
I think they even changed the name of them, which doesn't be there. But I like how they're using the gas as pigmen, I think, or what they're called, unless they change their names.
Yeah.
Of them, but the pig people, they riding the gas. I like that.
Yes. And now they're building something here, and we're about to find. Here's the pigmen again. Here's Jason Momoa again, looking like I don't know what at 37 seconds.
Like Jason Momoa.
And then his eyes look different here. And then here we go. Time for some Jack Black.
Jack Black playing Steve, the main character.
But
the character
who looks
that broke.
nothing like fucking Steve.
Well, first of all, here's my guess. First of all, this movie looks awful. I'm just gonna say.
Oh, it's terrible.
It looks terrible.
Who invited the fuzzy creeper?
The top comment apparently on the Minecraft movie Reddit is that this movie looks terrible.
Top comment I saw on YouTube was, "Please send this back to the crafting table."
That's funny.
But my guess is that it's something. This is like old Steve, and like he's been waiting for these people to come save the realm for a long time, and he was a kid that got trapped there, like Jumanji style. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's like them being.
And he started a metal rock band inside this world.
Yeah, called it School of Rock.
The moment I saw this trailer, I was like, that is not a Steve type. It seems like just Jack Black being Jack Black.
Well, that's what Claptrap was, wasn't it? Apparently in the Borderlands movie.
Yeah, I guess kind of.
That's what Chris Pratt was in Mario.
Yeah. No, I mean, at least he was going, it's the me, a Mario.
Yeah, but we don't... Steve doesn't talk in the game, so...
This is true. But at the same time, Steve doesn't have a big bushy beard.
No, and he's not chunky.
True.
He's not Jack Black.
The only thing that's the same is they're both wearing the same color t-shirt. That's it.
Well, that's why I think it's old, like it's Jumanji style, and he got sucked in, and he's been here for a long time.
Do you think they're doing the whole sucked into the video game like Tron sort of thing?
Yeah.
They're trying to do the Tron thing.
Yeah, well, Tron, Jumanji. Oh, and look, he's got a what are those called again that Jason Momoa at 49 seconds has in his hand?
I'm trying to figure out what that is.
Isn't like Ender Block or something like that?
I don't recall a blue glowing cube in my... Wait, no.
Yeah.
The only one thing that I can think of would make sense of what that is.
Diamond?
Blue, no. Well, I mean, it could be. Who knows? But I wouldn't think that's what it is, but it could be.
Glowing rock, Minecraft. Glow lichen?
Like the things that...
Oh, glowstone. Glowstone.
That's not like that either.
No, glowstone's yellow. Or goldish color.
Well, they have that other color of it now. But
it's a beacon,
like,
isn't it?
A luminous block.
It looks like a beacon.
No, it's not.
I honestly don't know what that thing is, so...
Yeah.
Who knows?
This cast
it does look like a beacon, you're right. But not in its... Anyway.
It could be, yeah.
Not in its full form.
I could see, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they stole it or something, who knows? Yeah, no, it'll be bad.
This is gonna be
It's going to be bad.
Look at this animation. Like, if you go to 55
The
seconds.
Tesseract.
55
Yes,
seconds.
Matthew. The Tesseract.
The way they're
it's an Infinity Stone, guys.
Like it just looks so like I know they're trying to just write the word, but like, and then the llama at the end, and
like
who did the animation for this movie?
it looks so.
And
bad.
the lighting's really bad.
Yeah, for a Minecraft movie, you would
Freaking
think
like
that the
ray trace
tracing,
Minecraft looks better than this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
like one of those things. Be careful what you wish for. I don't know if you see like all those ultra realistic texture packs, and that's like what this is trying to be.
To a terrible level, yes.
I mean, it's what those texture packs look like. They let you change what the game will look like this, and so
yeah,
people wish it upon themselves. That's what I'm going to blame.
Well, they wanted this movie, and well, they're getting it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of questionable decisions.
I just hope all 5-year-olds that grew up with this game that are all like 20 years old now, I kind of hope they don't go watch this. They kind of like
you're talking to me, Patrick. All right, you're talking to one right now.
You grew up on Minecraft?
No, my nephew who's 14, about to turn 14, he grew up on Fortnite, so it'll be interesting what he thinks about it. He still plays it, you know, like regularly.
You said Fortnite?
He was on it the other day, yeah.
When the Fortnite movie happens?
Not Fortnite. I mean Minecraft. You know what I meant.
Yeah. You know they're gonna make a Fortnite movie now, like 10 years from now.
There's a reason why I'm surprised there's not one. There's a reason why Minecraft is such a huge game. But that's
the fact that it's on everything helps for sure.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Ronnie J.
Ronnie J, what's up, brother?
It's been a long day, but I'm glad to be here and doing other stuff.
I am hanging in there. It's been a rough
I kind of wish
day.
it said only in theaters April 1st, by the way.
Yeah, do we think it'll pull Borderlands and end up like a week later, or it'll be?
Well, now that if it's like the first Sonic movie where everybody complains about how bad it looks, maybe they'll turn it around.
Maybe
the really hard.
They shot the whole movie in green screen.
But the problem, Spencer's right. That's hard with everything.
Well,
Sonic was one
That's true. That's true because it's not like they shot on camera on a set.
The thing about
Sonic was the only digital asset they had to fix.
For the most part, yes. The big difference though is you're talking about both the Sonic movies. For the most part, not saying there's parts that's not, but for the most part, it's the Sonic characters in the real world. So when you're having to change that aspect, you're changing the character. And
whereas this, you have to change everything.
Versus here, it's more of the setting is what's weird with it. And a lot of it, a bit of it's, some of it's practical. Like I said, there's the tree leak and who knows what else. Parts of the environment that they'd have to CG over. So like I don't know, there's nothing they can really do.
So it's
and what would you do about what could you do to fix Jack Black?
There's nothing you can do. He's already been filmed. You have to reshoots. Then
so
they're not
going to at this point
on that much on reshoots.
I mean,
this will be one of those ones that'll end up on streaming really fast after the theatrical release.
Speaking of, let's just. I think we've beat this horse. The movie's gonna be bad,
no doubt.
The highlight's gonna probably be Jack Black and Jason Momoa, but
being
only
Jack
because,
Black and Jason Momoa.
Well, also, and that's the thing. Like Jack Black being Jack Black, Jason Momoa being Goofy. The only other actor in there, Emma Myers from Wednesday, that. People will care about, but I have a feeling her character is going to be annoying and awful. So we'll see. But
I'm hoping Hollywood starts to take a note that the cast isn't going to be what's going to sell your movie.
I'm giving
anymore.
this 2 creepers down.
2 creepers down.
2 creepers down.
But I think it will end up getting the Borderlands issue.
And, no doubt. They haven't learned.
But speaking of things that are going away quickly, let's move on to our next topic, shall we?
Yeah.
Well.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna do this so that people can just
I love what you put in the parentheses here.
Concord, the game, was outlived by a housefly. The housefly lives 15 to 30 days. All right, now we're gonna get that off because that's disgusting.
Ew.
How long did Concord last, Spencer?
14 days, or will be 14 days.
Oh boy! Look,
great trailer.
no, it wasn't.
Horrible game.
It was not a great trailer. It was just
Spencer
another
will tell you,
hero
I was
shooter.
invested. I was invested in that first trailer. I was so invested.
No, well, okay. I was invested in the first half of it because it was a great cinematic trailer.
Yeah, it was a great cinematic.
The moment, and it was a very cool world and all that. And then the moment the gameplay is just Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, and then you're like,
I don't care now.
That's the thing.
I don't care. I don't care.
It's just another hero shooter.
The Steam numbers, I think, was a peak of like 500 something peak launch day, and then
most days it was like 40 to 80 players live at any time. That's it. 40 to 80 players at any given time.
That's crazy for a Sony published game.
$100 million estimated.
I think it was. What was it? $250 million invested.
So this is the Batgirl of PlayStation.
Oh no, this is worse than Batgirl.
Is it though? Wasn't Batgirl that high of a budget? I thought Batgirl was like $120 million budget.
But did more people go see Batgirl than play Concord?
No one saw Batgirl. It got shelved.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
I forgot it got shelved. Much like, let's not talk about the Acme Coyote thing.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
No, that just makes
that's sad.
This,
I'm gonna go cry in the corner now. Actually, no, I'm gonna
Me
take
too.
a piss. I'll be right back.
This show is just so bad. Well, here's the thing, though: is it's part of it is Sony's thinking, not. I think part of it's not reading the room. Now, I understand why they did is because they were going under the assumption that their last live service game that they did was great, and that was and it did great for them at launch, and that was Helldivers 2. Since then, though, they kind of killed the momentum of that game because of their own stupid stuff that happens, and the game's never recovered since then, all these months, because of the shit they pulled. But neither here nor there, though. It makes sense why they're like, okay, yeah, we'll put out this other $40 live service game because Helldivers 2 was such a groundbreaking game. Let's go do this one now too, right? Versus, but they need to learn that not all live service games are going to be like that. And I think what really hurt them here is they need to look at the kind of game it is.
Yes.
And you shouldn't 100%. Release now in this economy, at least as far as looking at what else is on the market of this hero shooter genre that is just growing more and more saturated as we speak.
Especially with Rivals coming out.
Rivals, coming.
Well, that's the thing, though, is this is a $40 game. Why would you go do that when you could go play Overwatch 2
for free,
today,
for free, and has more experience with what they're doing? Or you even have Marvel Rivals, which is free and has the Marvel branding on it. And so, like, I like them trying to, like, they had a cool feel for their universe and all, but it's like, nobody's going to play, obviously, almost nobody, is going to go pay for this because it's when you could go play something that's likely better. Because here's the thing, too. You can get bad reviews. I didn't get great reviews either. It's just very in the middle of the road of, like, it's another hero shooter.
Average hero shooter, which obviously they looked at and were like, well, this isn't going to make us any money. Let's just
It's a copycat.
Well, yeah.
It's literally a copycat of what already exists.
Most hero shooters are.
And that's why, like, whoever does it first generally does
Rivals,
it best.
Well, Rivals.
Which, does this make you worry about the Rivals launch?
No, because it did.
You don't think so?
In the beta.
The beta was amazing.
Rivals did enough of mixing and matching, and also adding their own flavor to it in a few.
Which is what you need. You need to evolve.
The licensing.
If you're not evolving, people won't want to play it.
Well, there's multiple reasons why I'm saying that. They'll just be on the licensing. You have a third-person camera already there. That makes the game feel drastically different.
Way different.
Destructible environments now.
Yep.
You have team-up abilities now.
Yeah, which is
all different stuff that Overwatch didn't have. And sure, a lot of the characters you get based from, like, being other characters from the game or mixed matches of other characters. Because I wouldn't say there's really many characters that really felt outright unique to me in Rivals. So it'll be interesting to see how they go from there once you're done stealing from Overwatch to see if they can actually come up.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
And the cool
happens.
thing about having that Marvel IP as well is you already have pre-established characters the audience already knows.
Well, that's the point. Yeah.
And they've said as well that nobody's off the table. Anyway, anyone from Marvel they could use. So
anybody. Yeah.
Question for you on that, since we're talking about Rivals. So you're saying when it stops copying from Overwatch, so Captain America and Winter Soldier from Overwatch, are those character models that you've seen before from seeing the short amount of gameplay we've seen of Cap and Winter Soldier?
Yeah, I mean, there's aspects of them that could relate to some Overwatch characters here and there.
Okay.
I mean, it's just one of those things though too, where it's like Overwatch did it first, you know, so everyone links it back to it, you know. I mean, obviously they do a good job of making it their own, and so, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, rest in peace, Concord. Nobody cares. Now, I will say though, I did have one point I wanted to say about Concord though, is I do think though they're going to try to recoup their costs though by looking into re-releasing it as a free-to-play game and trying to get it back.
They're going to have to, considering they just gave everybody a refund.
Well, yeah, they gave everyone a refund, and they're trying to figure out, well,
we done messed up
audiences, and so I do think
microtransactions is their answer.
Spencer, I just saw your Discord message. Do you want to try that still?
And I hate to tell you, even if it goes free to play and with an update, I think they've done enough damage. I don't know. You think within 6 months they can turn that game around?
It's not about turning it around. It's all about trying to get a little bit of money back or some money back. I think
it's recouping your.
It's about recouping and not because no matter what.
So
no matter
either way, they're writing it off. They're having to write.
They
have
have to refund everybody too.
Yeah,
they said they're going to refund everybody that paid $40 for it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You know, so.
And a funny story about the physical versions, because apparently some people pre-ordered the physical version of Concord. Scalpers have now collected physical versions of Concord and are scalping it to double or triple the price.
Well, the problem is the servers are going to get shut down. And you're not going to be able to play it. It's not like it's a single-player game. It's a live service game.
I know, but scalpers going to scalp.
And only idiots are going to buy, I guess.
It's so funny.
All right. Next time. All right, hold on. Let me now set this up.
The new granddaddy of video games.
You know, this is very cool. I mean, this is kind of like one of those cool success stories, you know, like that. Like, you know, we're
out of China of all places.
Well, think about it. That's such a big reason why it is a success, though.
That's so cool.
Right. It's.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah. I mean, I want to play it. I've heard good things about it.
Oh my god, it's Alex. What up, dude?
Oh shit. What's up, man?
Hey, it's been a while. Hope you've been good,
Alex.
Alex.
Time, man. How you been? Good to see you.
How's Germany, bro?
How's Germany?
How is it, bro? Come on.
Yeah.
But anyway. But you know, what we were saying here about Black Myth Wukong though is it's like what a great success story this is though of having the when do you ever see a full game about Chinese mythology and honoring their heritage and all this, you know, and having it done at such a very nice big scale and the technical beauty of this game. If you ever go watch gameplay of it, it's absolutely fantastic.
It's insane.
Yeah. It's
and the game is just like one giant boss rush mode.
It's like open. It's like openish level. It's 6 like longer openish levels.
Yeah,
interesting.
But I think there's like over 80 bosses. I think is what they
I
said.
don't know.
It's something like over 80 bosses you can fight.
There's a lot of little side bosses, and then you have your big ones, and it seems really cool though. I do want to check it out at some point. It's on my list of stuff to eventually get, because everything I see about it is just fantastic. And then there's some great PC mods too, like you can play as Darth Maul and stuff. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah, mods are really take games like this and just elevate them because of the things you can do. Same with Elden Ring. I mean, how they had the Elden Ring first-person mod and things like that. The VR.
Yeah, I know
mod.
Gio was talking about that for the longest time about how much he loved the first-person mod.
Yeah, so it'll be cool to see. Although a game like Wukong, I feel like you don't want a first-person mod because you want to be able to like see your monkey dude.
Yeah, no. Some action
or do your dodging too.
Yeah.
Action
be able to
games
time your
like
dodges.
It's like saying I want Elden Ring in first person. No, you don't.
But they
No,
did
you
have
don't.
Elden Ring in first person. They did
But
the
this
mod.
is the same thing, but like just a little quicker, and it's like you don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't
Well,
want
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you don't want Elden Ring in first person, but some people do. Some people like first person better than third person. They don't understand. They think some people feel like first person is more immersive, which I don't
depends on the
think it
game.
is. I don't think it is.
Everything's situational.
But I don't think
it's
it
very
is ever
situational.
because no matter how far we've gotten in technology, whenever you're playing a first-person game, and Indiana Jones will be a very interesting test of this.
Yeah,
when
it
you're playing
will.
a first-person game, it still doesn't quite feel like you're a real person. You know what I mean? Like it's still kind of. I mean, you can.
You feel more like a floating camera.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the design aspect when you think about it. When it goes back to the whole first-person game genre in general. When they design the game, you're not playing as the head of a person. No, you're a bouncing freaking camera.
But that's the thing, yeah. And so, I think I think
looking into like the video game production aspect of it, we just know so much over all the years. Like we kind of like take away the illusion a little bit in our heads too.
But I think with third person, think of it this way: you're watching a movie, right?
Yeah.
And there is a movie that's in first person. I forget what it's called. Something Henry.
Yeah. Something.
Oh,
It came out around Force Awakens.
I know exactly.
I remember it was
Hardcore
in
Henry.
Hardcore Henry.
But
Yeah.
There's also another one.
There's another one. You're right. It's called that one that was more recent. Yeah.
Let me see if this is what I'm thinking of. It could be something else. That I think was like it. Was it? Hold on. Let me look. Anyway, keep on talking though, because I'm looking this up.
You prefer to watch a movie from the third person angle because you can see.
I found the movie I was talking about.
What's the movie?
It's called Earth to Echo.
Okay. And it's in first person?
That or like all shot from like a camera is what it is.
A single camera. Okay. Yeah, single camera movie, kind of like a Blair Witch kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Same idea about a group of kids fighting like a little alien robot.
Oh, that's right. I remember that movie. But you would prefer to watch a movie in third person because you see everything. You enjoy the fantasy world. You see it all. Well, so for me in third person, like in first person, sure, it's immersive when you look straight, but your peripheral vision is very, very limited in first person. So
yes,
you really
it is.
enjoy the whole world. So for me, when I'm running through a world in third person, I feel like I can enjoy that world more. Yeah, I see it. So, you know.
Well, I think it's just very important. It's one of those very important design choices when you're making a game to figure out what feel you're getting with a game, right? When you think about your first person COD, Call of Duty there, it's important that like, you are the soldier, right? And that, you're seeing having that more grounded approach to being a soldier, because playing third person Call of Duty would feel really weird, right? Because you wouldn't get that vibe.
Well, we do have third.
They have third person modes in Call of Duty.
But who plays it third person? Everybody thinks it is an.
It's challenging.
So, it's very
you
hard.
can do
right.
it.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
So.
Especially when it's snipers only. Have you ever played on one of those third person snipers only ones?
No.
Oh, it's so miserable. I hate it. I remember doing it back in the MW days. Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah. But it's just very situational. Now what I'm interested in, though, since you're talking about Indiana Jones, is it'll be interesting to have that more grounded aspect of reason why I like it. For the idea of something like Indiana Jones is it's you exploring the temple and not
Indie.
exploring. Oh, I mean you are indie, but
and,
like you know, having that feel of, oh, it's you going through this, it's you running away from the boulder, it's you solving the puzzle, because it's not necessarily, it's not going for that vibe that Uncharted is, and that's a very important thing to think about this as well. It's not trying to be Tomb Raider or Uncharted. It's trying to be its own thing that's different.
Which is interesting that you bring that up, because it's Outlaws is kind of trying to be that but with Star Wars skin.
Yeah, like the climbing of it's very much the same way of that, and I have enjoyed those bits of it. You know, like I said, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's fun, but it's nothing groundbreaking, because you know, Uncharted's done it for what, 5 games now, so
yeah.
But no, Indiana Jones, I think seems like they're gonna do it right in first person and really make you feel like you are Indy. And of course, you still have the cutscenes where you get to see Indy third person, so that's cool. You know.
Yeah.
Ronnie J brings up a good point about third-person shooters. Medal of Honor, of course. Battlefield does it. Battlefront did it.
It just depends. But those are going for a different
Battlefield do it.
Design
I guess Battlefield's done it.
Vehicles. Yeah.
Well, no, you can switch between
vehicles.
Yeah, but you can, because Battlefront did it. So I'm pretty sure Battlefield.
No, Battlefield didn't do it for characters. Only vehicles. It was weird like that, but yeah.
I thought in one of the games they did. I thought in, like, what was it, Battlefield 1 or something like that, or V, where they kind of had it more it was like a hero shooter kind of. Everyone had skills and stuff like that. And
I don't remember that.
Yeah. I forget which one it was.
I know for sure Battlefront definitely did, though.
Yeah, Battlefront definitely had third. Let me see which Battlefield.
Oh, Heroes. I remember now. Yeah, Battlefield Heroes. Yeah. That was the only game, I think, that was... Yeah, Battlefield Heroes is the only one that was third person.
Yes, there it is.
The free to play.
Thank you, yeah. There we go.
I remember I played the crap out of that back in the day. I was trying to think, I was like, which game are you talking about? The Battlefield franchise.
Thank you.
The only one that's cartoony.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. It didn't last very long, but
I recently was looking up Battlefield theme songs on YouTube, and I ran across that one. I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that game." And there's people in the comments that are like, "It's 2024, and I'm still whistling this theme song." I was like, "Holy cow!" There's still people out there that remember this. That's cool.
Nice. Ghost Recon, yeah, but Ghost Recon's more of a tactical shooter, Ronnie. That's
Ghost Recon's kind of got a stealth element to it as well.
Yeah, it's more like, but Rainbow Six.
That kind of goes back to what was it?
Yeah, it does.
Vegas. Vegas did.
Vegas did, yes. Well, yeah, all the older ones did. Yeah.
Speaking of Ubisoft, there, Spencer.
Rainbow Six Vegas.
You gotta go play the Vegas games. The Vegas games are fantastic.
They are. They still hold up.
Still to this day, great games, even though they've aged.
Yes.
But what's cool about Ghost Recon is it kind of took those elements of like Metal Gear Solid a little bit.
Suppose. Maybe.
In a weird way.
No, very weird way. Sorry, I'm in the middle of trying to find something. But yeah.
You're not allowed.
I know, absolutely terrible.
So what was it we said about Wukong? Oh yeah, the average is 27 hours played. I think that's Steam information. They found out the average was 27 hours. Yes. And then they said in the article that they didn't have accurate PS5 numbers yet, but they said I think it was above 3 million players had purchased the game. No, 4 million had purchased the game. But there's the breakdown of the market sales. Look at that, 76% from China bought this game.
But here's the thing. What's interesting, Spencer brought up Helldivers.
Yeah.
this was Helldivers in the beginning. And
in terms of like the mass amount of people playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like Spencer said, look at it now. So I'm wondering, and then they made that comment, no one needs we don't need Xbox, or nobody needs X, or whatever, you know, the developers said. And I know he
Which was that was kind of a
back, but at the same time,
yeah.
You say that now, but watch what happens when the game loses traction. Then they'll be saying, man, I wish we had Xbox so that we could sell more.
At the end of the day, more money's more money.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to say no to more money.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Except Nintendo. We won't talk about that, though.
All the top franchises, unless if it's... Yeah, you're right. I think Nintendo may be the exception to this list of like best-selling
Why they will
not... all the other platforms, or on like all platforms.
Yes.
Nintendo...
I don't understand the business strategy at Nintendo. It's so stupid. The choices they make are so odd.
They'll sell. Mario sells. That's
you know what?
Yeah, but then they could sell so much.
Segue into the next point.
They could sell so much more. Why don't they?
Patrick, this is a great.
That was a great segue
into the next point, though. It was interesting because today, there was this Financial Times interview with some executive from Sony or something, or some executive.
Yeah, it's their CFO. Sony's CFO.
That's what it is.
It's Chief Financial Officer, Hiroki Totoki.
There's this...
Yes, his name is really Hiroki Totoki.
Yes.
You're welcome, Totoki.
But there's this quote that's been blowing up online that's been sparking a bunch of debate.
Yes.
Saying, whether it's for games, films, or anime, we don't have that much IP that we fostered from the beginning. We're lacking the early phase of IP, and that's an issue for us.
Do you remember...
And yet they sell higher than any other console.
That's because of the third-party games, though, and that's because a lot
licensing deals too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A lot of the third-party licensing deals that Sony gets that Xbox doesn't.
Like Final Fantasy here, right? You know, right.
Yeah, but that's
Final Fantasy.
Didn't they say that's now timed in 16, possibly coming to Xbox?
Yeah, it's definitely coming to Xbox.
Yeah,
that is. They worked out a deal with Square.
That's what I thought.
Square is their own beast.
Yeah. Well, yes, but that's the thing we were talking about, like the licensing deals Sony gets. But remember at the beginning, first of all, PlayStation 4 generation and Xbox, they had a ton of titles, you know.
Yeah, they did.
And then the PlayStation 5 came out, and those launch titles were awful
for both consoles.
Series X. What was there? Let's go.
No. Series X had nothing, as I recall. We were because they were just selling Game Pass at launch because there was nothing.
Because it was going to be Halo Infinite.
That's right.
It was Halo Infinite. It got delayed a year, and it was still shit.
Yes.
The multiplayer was fun.
Let's see here. Here are the. Yeah. Here we go. This is perfect. Here, I'll send you this link, Spencer. So you can put it up.
You got it.
This is a good.
Yeah, that's really what got PS5 boosted was just the even though there wasn't a lot of games at launch, and they were shit, they at least had games.
So.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's go through this. First party games releasing at launch. Okay. So for PS5, we had Astro's Playroom, which is free for everybody. Demon Souls, that's right.
Which was a remake
with Spider-Man Remastered, which was a big deal because it's the whole like new the upgrade. They applied it to Remastered there. And then there's Sackboy was a launch title.
It was
another platformer mascot.
That is such a great game there too.
Yep.
And nobody talks about it anymore.
Nope.
Okay, and then on Series X, you have Forza Horizon 4, 5, Gears Tactics, Grounded. Like, there's a thing,
those are all good titles, except for possibly Gear Tactics that no one really plays.
Well, here's the thing, though. All right, well, here, let me see here. Because what I'm trying to look at here, though,
was Forza Horizon 4 already on?
Yeah, I was about to say. I think
it was already on Xbox One.
The only
did they smart
2018, yeah.
The only true Series X game here on this list is Gears Tactics. Versus, I think the only true PS5 game is Astro's Playroom and Demon Souls. Well, obviously remastered and the better version of Spider-Man, but that's, it's a better version of Spider-Man. But, outright new games though, Demon Souls is there. I think Sackboy was on PS4. I wanna say.
I'll look it up real quick.
Now, what I find really interesting here, though, is how much different the
third party. Sackboy came out. No, Sackboy came out November 12th, 2020. So it literally launched days before the PlayStation 5 launched.
So technically, it's PS4.
Well, I had PS5 versions though, and so it was a launch title. It's the same deal here with Forza Horizon 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Gears 5 for that matter of fact too.
Yeah, they were split player based, which you get at every console launch. You get split player based to launch.
No,
so.
but Sackboy released on PlayStation 4 and 5 on November 12th, 2020.
So it's also, I guess, close enough. I'd consider that.
Came out in 2019.
Yeah, it was old.
Yeah,
Gears 5 was an older title. Yeah. They just got a smart delivery.
Came out in 2018. Like, yeah. So
people don't realize the whole smart delivery feature on Xbox. They can use that as an excuse to be a quote unquote launch title. Yes. It's just like Spider-Man. It's just a remaster or an upgraded graphics package. That's it.
Yeah, Ori Will the Wisp.
It's the same game.
2018.
Ori is an older game. Yeah, it was an older title as well.
Like I think it announced in 2017. Came out in no. Oh, that's interesting. No, it's not really. It's only months older. It was announced in 2017. We're thinking of Blind Forest.
Blind Forest.
Will the Wisps came out in March of 2020. So, yes, still an Xbox One title, but definitely planned to be able to utilize the Series X technology.
All right. I'll be right back, fellas.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, but no, this is definitely, like you said, the third-party titles is very interesting. Look at that. 3 to 13. However, Cuisine Royale was a free-to-play game that's I think dead at this point. Is Cuisine Royale?
I don't even know what that is.
It was called something else when it first came out. Cuisine Royale. Cursed. CRSED. It's still out. It's that game CRSED. Look at it. Yeah. It was like Cursed, and it's a free to play, and it was originally called Cuisine Royale, and came out in 2019. So that to me, not a great example of a third party release.
Yeah, there's a couple good games.
War Thunder's free.
The main thing, The Tourist that they had on Game Pass for a little bit is a fantastic game.
Yeah, the Falconeer was too.
Okay, I haven't played that. Tourist is the main one that stood out to me there.
It's interesting that Tetris Effect Connected was on there at launch.
Yeah, there's some very interesting games there. Like Xbox just got the version of them first because it's like almost all these games here are on PlayStation now as well. So, versus I don't know how many of these games are actually on Xbox here, if any. I want to say the Pathless probably is, but and the Pathless is a really good game too. I did play it.
Yeah, Godfall is not.
Right.
And Bugsnax is not.
Right. The only one that might be is the Pathless, so.
Oh, wait. No, Bugsnax.
It may have been. I don't
That was on Game Pass for a minute, I thought.
I don't remember. Bugsnax was fun, though.
Yeah, Bugsnax was on. Yeah, it was on Game Pass.
Okay.
I don't know if it still is, though, but
Probably
it was.
Not. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember trying it for some easy achievements.
Now, I think the most interesting chart, though, is this one. First and third-party console exclusive games, meaning these were the new games that launched with it.
Yes.
Everything that's new. Astro's Playroom, Bugsnax, Demon's Souls, Godfall, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Sackboy, and Pathless were all new games that came out with the PS5. Yeah. Versus Series X, the only new games.
Not even Gears Tactics is on that list.
Because it came out on PC first.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So Falconeer
and mobile, I think, actually.
I don't know about that part.
I think mobile as well.
I don't recall.
Oh no, never mind. That was they had a mobile had like a Funko Pop Gears game for a little bit.
Oh,
you remember that?
I very vaguely remember that.
Yeah, Gears Pop was what it was called. A
Yeah.
mobile real-time strategy video game. I remember that. I was like, what? And it was like those battle games that like Marvel has, and where you have your group, and it's like turn-based tactical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting to see their launches here. I'm trying to remember why we're even talking about this.
Because we were talking about does Sony have enough original franchises anymore?
So this is the big thing, because I did have a point about this I wanted to bring up, though, is it's like, well, this guy's saying this, yet how many franchises of theirs that people want back that they do have in the vault? Like Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, and these kind of more child-friendly or all ages family franchises that they could bring back. And that's the big reason, though, as I want to bring around to Patrick's point for his segue, was that, you know, Nintendo made this name for themselves for being a family console, you know, and so anybody could play it, you know, versus Xbox. They don't really have that sort of what do you want to say, like outreach, I feel like, for younger people like that, you know, having any sort of games like that.
Yeah.
Sony has more, though. That's the thing.
They do, but they're not utilizing it. Yes, like you said.
There are some. I think they're getting a little better with it. But they're you know, but to have this quote, though, of saying of like, you know, we not having enough original IP, but then it's also like, well, how many have you just left in the dust that people do want back?
Well, that's like what Activision, well, that's like what Microsoft is looking into now with Activision, bringing all these IPs back that people loved.
They need to do that with Rare as well.
Yes,
all right, people keep on screaming Banjo-Kazooie, one of the best ever platformer icons, and they just refuse.
Yep.
So,
I was gonna say something else. What we were talking about. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what's funny, we were talking about Sony original IPs. You know, I watch sports, watch a lot of baseball, and on the MLB Network, and when I'm watching baseball games, they show a commercial for a Sony game. Obviously, which game do you think it is?
Right.
MLB The Show, obviously. But do they show it being played on a PlayStation? Do they show it being played on an Xbox? No. They show it being played on Switch with a father and a son.
That's funny. And that's going to be like the worst version of the game, too.
Yeah.
Like, aren't they not even that good on Switch?
Exactly.
That's funny. That's funny.
Hilarious.
You know what's funny is that one that you and Silk play all the time is like one of this month's PlayStation.
Yes, I know. Yep, I saw that. I saw that. It's interesting that, that it was on Game Pass since launch. What I find interesting, and I wanted to look into this more, and I don't know if this is a conspiracy or what. So when Silk and I are playing, well, no, seriously, because this has been brought up before. When Silk and I are playing MLB The Show for Xbox Series X on Xbox, when anybody is, if you go look at your friends list, it says MLB The Show for Xbox One. Now, I don't know if that's just a glitch, or if really we have a dumber, because there is an Xbox One version of it as well. So I'm wondering if that is even lower than the PS4 version, and that the Xbox Series X is more like the PS4 version. Well, the Xbox One is more like the Switch version, and then the PlayStation 5 just has their own version.
Well, I wouldn't know if this is the case now, but there's that whole thing where PlayStation refused to send Microsoft dev kits and all that.
Yeah.
And so, like, there's been shady stuff, dealings behind
that's what
the
I'm
back
saying.
and all that. And so...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's extremely possible, I would say. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility as far as that goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah. But to answer the question, though, do you think Sony has enough original IP? Do you think they need more? Like, what do you think about this question that is posed here?
I think, honestly, both Microsoft and Xbox need more IPs because, look, they're IPs that they keep recycling. And I feel like Xbox is doing this more than PlayStation at this time, but Sony, that's because Sony's not doing anything right now with original IPs, I feel like. But too much recycling. Like Halo, time for a new IP. You know what I mean? Like it's
Sure.
We're at that point where everybody wants something new and fresh, but the companies are just giving us more of the same.
Yeah, I think what we were just coming off of Wukong shows a really good example of that. You know, and if you can show other stuff like that, you know, Horizon was a big hit because it was big, fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I think Astrobot's doing that now too. I don't remember exactly what else PlayStation has coming up. Hard to say. So
yeah, that's the thing. Like, does PlayStation have a lot of original IPs coming up?
I can't think of what
I can't either.
May not be. Yeah.
But the thing is sure, Xbox has a bunch of IPs coming up, but some of them just are like Gears 6 and Fable. And don't get me wrong, you know I'm super uber excited for Fable.
Yeah.
But it's not an original IP. It's a reimagining.
Right.
So
right. I mean that kind of goes into the overall just kind of across all mediums of entertainment, really.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We've talked about. I mean, remember when on Greenfellows we were talking about that for movies?
Like, well, I mean, it's interesting though, because you know, I wish Patrick didn't. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah. But you know, Patrick, you know, I always find it funny when he's like, oh, everyone wants original IP. Yeah, look at what's the last big thing to have actually made money from an original IP. You know, specifically when we talk about movies, you know, everyone being annoyed with remakes, but it's like, well, no, that's not what makes money. There's nothing.
No, it's what familiarity what makes money. Yeah.
And so that's exactly what's going on now. Is it's the characters and IPs is what makes money, but you needed to find a way too to how to have new things too to balance it out. Yeah. Because everything will eventually fizzle out. You can't, you know, everything has a clock on it. Some are longer clocks than others. You know, some things will last longer than 14 days. You know, hard to believe. But you know, it just depends. But yeah, no, I think they're both trying. It's just to a degree. Or is one trying harder than the other? Maybe.
Well, I think Xbox is trying harder than PlayStation only because they've needed to based on the past. Because they have to make up for. That's the big thing, though. Yeah. Oh, look, there he is.
One.
There he is. Well, yeah, they have to make it
because that's where it started.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're almost 2 generations behind because they fucked up so royally.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem they're in now. And then you throw in I'd say a much smaller problem now that they're working on fixing, which is the pricing model for Game Pass. Because that's a long-term problem.
I don't think it's a problem. What do you mean the pricing?
In terms of being able to fund the studios for future titles, because you're paying a smaller. I'm just saying
the prices are going up though, and they have.
I'm just saying
tiers.
They have to.
Absolutely, it has to evolve. It's not that they have to fix anything. It just has to. It's evolving. That's the thing. Just like. We talked about this just minutes ago, just like the Netflix thing, just like the music thing. It'll all evolve, and eventually it'll just be all familiar to us, and we won't have consoles. Oh, you have PlayStation Premium Plus, you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and you also have Ubisoft Plus, and maybe we'll throw in.
And I think we're slowly getting to where gamers actually always wanted, which is we're tired of separate ecosystems.
That's the thing.
We're trying to get into one ecosystem where you can play it all.
Here's look, people are like, oh my god, the consoles are going to be going away. Okay, that's fine. As technology evolves,
if this is what it evolves into, where I could play everything in one, cool.
That's what I'm saying. If I can just turn on my TV and hit my controller, which you can do for some systems now, and if you have the right TV, but eventually it's going to be universal. And
it's going to be like everything.
TV. Everyone's going to have high-speed internet that works well. You know, that's the goal.
Or at least half decent.
Well, yeah, that can handle streaming consoles because that's going to be the standard for everybody. Is you don't play on a console anymore. You just play over the cloud, and people get angry about that because, oh my god, you're getting rid of physical media. The history's getting
deleted. Only problem I have
you can get rid of games. You can just take the game away from you. No, they don't.
That's my biggest issue. I will say is DRM.
They can only look, when they delist a game, Patrick, unless it's a server-based game that they cut the servers off, you still own that game and can go play it. It just means no one
you
else
own the
new
license
can buy
for it.
Yeah. So you still
That's the
own,
other thing is you don't really own the game. You own the license to play the game.
Well, sure. You own the license of the game, which means you have the right to keep playing the game. That's because you've already.
And I will say the bigger long-term issue is, like you're saying, instead of server-side stuff, it's as long as there's a place to download the game you own, I'm cool with that. The moment they take down the servers where like they pull away your catalog, where you can no longer like certain titles are just gone.
Yeah, that's when we have a problem. Yes, but and so Alex over here, I'm a retro guy who wants physical stuff, but you have to evolve, Alex. Sure, you want physical stuff.
I think conservation's the biggest
Conservation is a huge thing, but we don't like the problem with like
because our retro stuff is it just will not last forever.
That's no matter the problem. It's going to deteriorate. Sure, I understand physical stuff to have on display, but you're never gonna always play physical games because eventually they're going to be so rare that you're going to want.
And when you think about it, it's computer code at the end of the day.
That's all it is. It's all it is.
It's just coding.
It's coding. That's all it is.
So at some level, it's cool to have a physical thing to hold in your hand. And I think that's been the biggest thing people, and Spencer will tell you this, I love physical. I've always loved physical. But at the same time, it's like you got to realize that thing you're holding in the hand has digital media on it.
Absolutely. It's already digital.
It's already digital.
Even Nintendo NES, it was digital, just written on a computer.
It was digital then. Yeah.
Now, then when it evolved, it was written onto a CD. And then it evolved, it was written onto a DVD. Then it evolved, then it was on a Blu-ray. It's all still
and that's where
digital.
You see the modern day emulation market. Yeah. It's all emulation. That's where we're at now.
Absolutely.
Will it necessarily play as good 100% as the original? No, not necessarily. But we've gotten to a place now with like Mister and a bunch of other things that are out there now. It almost replicates the hardware almost 100%.
And Alex, you say it could last for some people who want it. But what are you going to eventually...
To what means are you going to do to preserve
like you
that?
Want
are you going to stick it in a vacuum?
Sure, I understand that as a collector. Look at this.
I'm going to get a vacuum sealed cabinet where the oxygen can't deteriorate my disc.
Collecting things to show them off, but
we all love
how much easier is it for me
look
to
at,
go?
Look at
I'm going to go play
posters.
Fortnite.
I mean,
also think of this. For me, think of this. Sure, prices have been going up on video games. If
now
we
that
I
don't understand.
I don't understand. But I want you to look at it like this: if we never got digital, okay, prices would be higher.
They would be
because you have to pay for the not only paying for the marketing like they're doing with the digital game. Codes to distribute is so cheap. But
it's
you gotta
stupid cheap.
All the discs, all the cases,
you don't even
the manuals.
And nowadays you don't even have to do that.
That's what
there's
I'm
no case and there's no it's just the coding for the game.
Yeah.
So really we're really just paying for labor at this point, which I'm totally fine with.
You're paying for labor and material. Yeah, you're paying for labor now, but if you were paying
But what material? You're paying for to keep the server up to download it?
The computer that they use to write the code and all that stuff.
You're
paying for all that stuff. But yes, if we were still having to go to the store for every single game that we played, games would be $100 a game probably.
Which I do find kind of crazy that like you can walk into a GameStop and they're still the same price as whether it's digital or physical.
Well,
that's
most of them are,
that I don't understand.
So here's the thing. You have to understand GameStop's model. Because they make that has to do with their contracting with the company. So for new games, they make an agreement that they'll sell them at that price, but they'll still make so much money. When it comes to used and pre-owned, that's their property. You know,
it is. Yeah,
they don't have to make a deal, so that's why they're able to set those prices similar to because they understand that. But and Alex, you say resellers coming. There's already those. That's the thing. What I'm saying, like resellers.
Go back to COVID. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, people are
that was
gouge.
The reselling market.
Resellers are way worse than the retail stores and the digital markets because they know
Trust
they
me,
can
I
jack
spent
it up.
the money on GameCube. I know.
Yeah, like that's. You have to. If you have a basic understanding of economics, you'll see that digital is the smartest way, money wise, capitalist wise. You want to be a socialist.
You see this game right here? You see this game right here?
Price
This game was like
controlling
50,
is
this game was like $50 or $60 at launch when it came out for GameCube. You want to know how much I spent on this game?
130.
$150.
Yeah, I knew it was something close to that. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes,
yeah,
sure, you like your physical media, Alex and Ronnie and everybody who does, but practically, on a regular basis for the games that you want to play on a regular basis, you're not going to, because the price is just going to be ridiculous. Like,
and this is the biggest problem we've had with Nintendo. We just want a legal way to purchase retro digital games.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Legally, because we don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why Nintendo will not give us that option for so many games.
Yeah. Well,
and then if they catch you playing it, then they take you to court over it.
Yeah, but you're talking about first party Nintendo, right?
Or some third-party games that were published on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Or like exclusively Nintendo.
The third-party ones that are even just published on Nintendo or exclusive, still complicated because you have to still go back and make sure you have the rights to it. The first-party ones make more sense of why are they not selling the retro ones more digital? They could make so much money, even if they did it through the Switch Online thing.
Yeah, like Spencer, how many times have we talked about Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD? Why the hell is it not on Switch? It would sell... Nintendo would make so much money putting that on their digital store.
They're gonna remaster and make more money off of.
It's already remastered.
You're seeing there's like a line there, right?
Yeah.
N64, Game Boy Advance down. You're seeing most of the main titles on their service now that
they are on there somewhat,
except for Pokemon. But if you throw
that's the Game Freak thing.
Right, but like, because you're seeing the side Pokemon stuff on there, so like it's like almost all their main stuff. As far as N64 games go, there's only like one main N64 game there that I really want, and one Game Boy Advance game there that I'd really want. I mean, the Game Boy Advance they have a bit to expand on, but like they have a good bit there for you to play.
It makes sense for licensing for third-party stuff. I get that,
right?
Why it's not on there, but like first-party Nintendo. Why not?
And where they are is behind a paywall of online service, which is a very cheap online service, and the servers are.
But why aren't more titles on there? That's what we don't understand. There's so many first-party titles that are not on those services.
I know. If they
and it makes you wonder if there was if maybe back in the day they had contracts like if we were to publish it, they'd have to get a kickback to certain people that worked on the game. Maybe that's what it is. They don't want to pay those people anymore because it's been so long. I honestly think Nintendo's more focused on, and a lot of the more modern publishers, the way they see it is people only want to play. In their head, I don't understand why they think this way. They think most people just want to play what's now, what's FOMO, and they just don't want to go back and publish classic titles. They feel like there's not enough interest there, which is like
that's not
so far.
Yeah, which is not.
It's not true at all.
But I think, I think the way that Nintendo looks at it is that the whole remaster thing is they're gonna take all their old titles and try and make them all pretty and nice so they can charge $70 instead of $15 for them.
It just blows my mind how they've had titles already like remastered and they won't even release the remastered versions on the new hardware.
Oh yeah,
that's what I don't understand.
And maybe they're saving
like Wind Waker HD. Wind Waker HD came out on Wii U.
Remember, I know that, but maybe they want to do Wind Waker HD, or Wind Waker 4K. You know, like maybe that's with Switch 2 coming out.
Someday when Nintendo decides to upgrade to 4K.
Well, actually, honestly, I think it'd be Wind Waker 2K. But hey,
2K, yeah,
which is kind of actually funny. It would
Then they have to get a deal from 2K. They're like, oh, damn
it. Yeah. Alex fell on FOMO with the Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh, no.
They sucked you in. They sucked you in.
And then Chris and I saw that fun trailer. What was that, back in summertime? When they brought ESO to, what was it? Was it to Xbox? I don't remember.
ESO's...
Yeah, it was like the 10-year anniversary of ESO.
Oh yeah, they've got
yeah. A fun trailer.
But it's interesting we were talking about Wind Waker because that can go into our next topic.
Yeah,
our next two topics actually.
Transitions.
Next two topics. So why don't you talk about this, Spencer? This is an interesting topic. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I've always been interested in is the Zelda timeline.
Wait, there's a timeline?
It makes no effing sense.
It's interesting because it's games. Well, they have a reason for it. I don't know if you all know the canon reason for why
it's Ocarina.
It's rebirth of.
That's not what I'm getting to. That's not what I'm getting to, Patrick. Let me speak. What I'm saying though is there's a canon reason why the same event happens over and over and over again. Oh, you have the hero when the villain comes up having to save the princess.
Wait, is this Mario?
Right. Anyway, well, it's that whole Triforce thing.
Yes.
Each one has represents one of the Triforce, and it all begins back when they actually kind of started looking into this timeline stuff with Skyward Sword at the beginning there, because that's when you fight. I don't remember his name, but it's the person that came before Ganondorf and all that.
Can you zoom in to the beginning of so that people can see?
It's like super blurry, so I'll probably
is it
super blurry, but I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
But that first one there, though.
Oh no, that's okay.
Sword. What it does though is that you have the I don't remember his name. If anybody remembers,
I'll Google it for you.
I'm gonna look it up.
He's
been in a few games, right?
No, he's only this one. Only this one.
He's the first.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the villain of like some of the other games.
No, it's the villain of the very Skyward
Lord Girahim.
No.
Demise.
Demise is it?
Demise,
yes.
Yep.
So the whole thing with Demise is that he's kind of like the entity that began all the stuff that would become Ganondorf or the other stuff like him, and all that, because he set this curse that there will always be in different points of time those essentially what all three of those characters represent in the Triforce with Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf there. And so that's why you have the same event going on over and over and over for each game, is because of this curse that's set at the very beginning of the timeline. And you have some other fun world details here with that game as well. But for the longest time though, this is what the timeline's been, is that I went into Minish Cap, Four Swords, which I'm very excited that this you can now play on Game Boy.
The Switch Online.
Finally added, yeah.
So I'd love to be able to get people together to play that. But as Patrick was saying, though, it's crazy because Ocarina of Time creates 3 timelines here. So
the greatest game, in my opinion, but that's my personal opinion.
Ocarina of Time
is probably for me my favorite one too. Yeah,
that's how I got my username, was because of this game.
The only Zelda game he's beaten, folks.
It's true. I beat it like 5 times, but it's the only one I beat so far.
But yeah, no, Ocarina of Time is great. It's one of the best games of all times.
So damn good.
But you go into it, you have your different timelines here. Well, you got this is where it goes into like pretty much all your classic top-down games here. Link to the Past, Link's Awakening,
Man, Zelda 2: Adventures of Link.
Link Between Worlds is underrated. We need this game back.
I love that game. I love Link Between Worlds. That was Super Nintendo, right?
No, that's Link to the Past.
Oh, that's right. That's one of my favorites too.
3DS one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Link to the Past is definitely one of my favorites.
I have a poster of it right there.
I think the one I played the most was Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link, which was the gold cartridge.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, you're allowed to knock good things.
Being a side scroller Zelda.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, Triforce Heroes.
But
and then you have
it's
the
only side
too.
Scrolling at certain parts of it. The overworld was top down still.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It was really cool. The caves and everything. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what was the name of this line of the timeline called. This was which one?
The hero is defeated.
Okay, so this is the one. This is the weird timeline because this is, if you go to the end of Ocarina of Time, it's the hypothetical one where if the demon Ganon, like when he turns into the pig form, if he were to defeat Link, which is the game over version of the timeline.
Yep.
Yes. Versus there's, I guess you could say what Ocarina of Time shows when he returns as the child, if he was to win. That's when you then get Majora's Mask, Twilight, that then goes into Twilight Princess. How Twilight Princess links to those is really interesting as well. And then Four Swords Adventures. And then if instead of returning as a child, he'd stay as an adult, you get the weird Toon Link games.
It's where, like, when he goes to put the sword back in the stone to become a child, as if the adult version would stay there and then continue from that point. It's really confusing.
Such an odd timeline. What's its own timeline?
Everything involves them taking the sword out of the stone in the Temple of Time and Ocarina of Time. That's what breaks the timeline.
So the question has been, ever since Breath of the Wild has come out, where does this fit in the timeline?
It does not.
Because what's weird
screwed
about
up.
It, what's
not what we thought it was.
That there's evidence that it could tie into
classic,
it was all three.
Yeah, there's evidence of all three. I don't remember the evidence for the first one, but I do remember the evidence for these two. But anyway, there's evidence for it tying into potentially any of these, so people were confused, and now we have
they're just like, fuck it, it's new.
It's their own thing. Well, if you look at it too, they're just acknowledging the games, but it's not even these two games have a line between them. Well, obviously they would, but like it's its own thing here of just Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
That makes me think there's something planned ahead where they're planning on telling us where it's going to merge or how it's going to tie in. They're just not ready to tell us yet.
Here's the thing, though, is they while there is a timeline, they've never cared super much about the timeline.
No, they haven't.
Ever.
No, never.
The fact they're giving us this is
the fact this
crazy.
Table exists is what explains.
Here's what I want to know: where does Echoes of Wisdom fall on?
It would be with Link's Awakening, right?
You see how there's meant to be more poster here to the right?
Yeah.
It missed the poster printing because nobody talks about that game anymore.
But it's about to come out again.
Oh, you're talking about the new one.
Yeah.
The new one, Echoes of Wisdom. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the dumb CGI.
I'm thinking it would go with Link's Awakening because when they did the Link's Awakening remake, it's the same style.
But the art, really, the graphic style is what you're going on?
Well, okay.
It's the only thing that relates to it.
Sorry, Echoes of Wisdom, so this uses the same overworld as Link to the Past or Link Between Worlds.
So it is the classic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But where in that timeline it's going to fit, I'm not sure.
That's going to be...
Right, yeah, that we don't know. I would bet... Here, I'll make a prediction. That if we were to ever see where it falls in, it would be after Link Between Worlds.
It says Echoes of Wisdom's map and races may hint at its timeline placement, possibly between the Oracle games and A Link Between Worlds.
Oh, so before that,
one slot over.
Yep,
I was one slot over.
You're close, closer than me.
So yeah, so interesting.
I was going to put it between Awakening and Oracle.
Right there.
We'd both be one spot over. I just
yeah, but yours is closer.
I knew it'd be a little closer. Link Between Worlds.
So interesting. Okay. You know, I challenge one of us to play the timeline in the order it is.
I did play.
That would be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I wish I had a PC so I could stream this because I would stream the crap out of that.
Well, yeah.
You see, I would do that if I didn't just beat Skyward Sword like 2 years ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to play it again for the audience?
I don't have a capture card for the Switch either, though.
I do. I'm the only one that could do it, but I don't have Switch Online right now. Because why pay for it?
You don't need Switch Online to play a single-player game. Come on, excuses.
Can you You could still stream all the Zelda stuff now, right?
What do you mean?
Are you talking about what's on NSO?
No, because Nintendo's wonky with their streaming rules.
No,
what do you...
What?
No,
if it's on their console, you can stream whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's using emulators that they don't like.
Okay, so if they catch you using emulator, even if it's the original version of the game, like, oh, damn it, you're not playing on our hardware.
But here's the thing, we're such a small
channel. Do they though, Spencer? Do they really?
We're such a small channel, I could probably get away with doing all this on emulator.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because we're such a small channel. It's not like we're this giant channel that Nintendo's watching. They're like, oh my god, those red shirts guys, they put out all this Nintendo content. We gotta watch them, make sure they're not using an emulator.
You gotta watch out for those Nintendo ninjas. They'll get you when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about...
Yeah, that would be a fun thing, though, like playing through all the games. That sounds like a fun thing we could do at some point.
Yeah. I'd be more open to it if
I would be down.
Other than Tears of the Kingdom, Skyward Sword would have been like literally the most recent Zelda game. So
They'll
But
give
I
it
am
a
looking
couple
forward to
years
the
and they'll
new
do
one.
it.
Maybe.
Give it a couple years when Echo of Wisdom and then next Zelda game comes out, and then we'll remember this, and they're like, oh yeah, you should do this on Dingus Den because Red Church will be dead. I mean, what?
I have been wanting to play Minish Cap though, and so I'm really glad.
It's the weird one because it's the only one made by Capcom.
Who was? I know these don't count as canon. Oh, they kind of do.
Which ones?
Hyrule Warriors?
No.
The first one doesn't, and I'm not sure about the second one. How the second one does?
I don't think the second one does.
Those weren't
because it ties
Nintendo
directly to Breath of the Wild.
Were they? Those were third party, weren't they?
But you don't know what the story of it though, Patrick, involves a bunch of like weird time travel shit. So like.
Oh.
That was third party. That wasn't Nintendo devved, was it?
No, it's the studio. Who does the Warrior games?
Bandai?
Let me look. I have it.
Bandai?
I have it.
I mean, here's the thing.
I think it's Bandai.
I think so. I think it's Bandai Namco.
That's true. Is Hyrule Warriors?
No, Omega Force Team Ninja.
That makes sense.
Omega
Team
Force and
Ninja?
Team Ninja. Yep, and published by
both
Nintendo.
Hyrule Warriors
Koei
games are
Tecmo.
not canon.
Okay,
It's Koei Tecmo.
it's Koei Tecmo is the second one.
Yeah.
The first one. So the first one was Team Ninja. And oh yeah, you're right. It was published. Oh no, the game is a collaboration between Koei Tecmo and Nintendo. So those Omega Force and Team Ninja must have been part of.
Just development.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Koei Tecmo. That's right.
Multi-development.
Yeah.
Developer.
So here's what I find interesting though from these. I was just looking up about if Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity would be canon. I was saying no, as I thought it would. But the reasoning for this, or what I was saying though, is like saying it would be considered canon as part of the Zelda universe in some cases, but the main events that kind of like differ is like part of a separate timeline that ties into Breath of the Wild. So it's saying not really. Right, but now though we do see Breath of the Wild not being part of it. So I mean, who knows now? Because the reason why I would say that they're not here though is those are called Hyrule Warriors, not the Legend of Zelda, like all these other titles.
Yeah.
So,
which is funny that Echoes of Wisdom is called the Legend of Zelda, and it's finally Zelda's the main character.
Yeah.
Legend of Link, as I call it.
I know.
I am looking forward to it though.
I am
They
too.
had some pretty good previews that just came out for it.
Nice. I remember when we first.
We
saw
will
the
be
reveal,
checking
and we're
out
like,
the
"Ooh, this
Legend
looks
of
good."
Link.
It looks
of
unique,
Wisdom.
and that's a great thing Nintendo does.
Yes.
Is creating some unique stuff.
Which is why, if we go back, like Zelda game, which is why the Princess Peach game, while it's not like, oh my gosh, I have to play it, it's really cool that they made that unique style game.
Well, yeah. Well, this is what I love, and this is why Zelda is like my favorite gaming franchise overall, is because none of these games are like the other, except for Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Ages and Seasons. That's different. But like all
That's
these
a weird
games
one, yeah.
try to do something drastically different than the other.
Yes.
Or
It
even
feels
if
fresh every
evolves,
time.
They have.
it feels fresh every time. Nothing. And even the ones that are weird and gimmicky, like Triforce Heroes, there's no, even though that game fell flat on its face, there's nothing like that.
Well, think of this.
Spirit Tracks, nothing like that.
Breath of the Wild.
Definitely nothing like Spirit Tracks or Phantom
Breath of the
Hourglass.
Wild, first like full open world Zelda
Full
game.
open world game.
And then
yeah.
they come and bring Tears of the Kingdom, and they just enhance it
And
by
they
adding the
evolve that.
crafting thing. And you're like,
and then an underground.
And then what are
they
they
added
gonna come up with
underground to that
next?
game.
Yeah, what are they
And
going to come
they
up with next?
technically they added underground and sky.
Yeah, you're right. They had the Sky Islands.
Yes.
I forgot about the Sky Islands.
Sky Islands.
So
And then
technically you don't have
underground.
technically you don't have a flat Hyrule. You have a map above the map and you have a map below the map.
It was, yeah.
You got 3 maps in one game.
Yeah.
However, though, you could also get around quicker because of all the vehicles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Having fun, and some people built some.
You get to make them.
Yeah, they
You
did.
make whatever
Some of
you
those
want.
videos that they showed online of what people did.
What I want to highlight as well with Zelda stuff before we move off of here is I still think for as old of a game it is, no one has still done it better. Has done a nearly as great time loop system as Majora's Mask. So many games have tried to do a time loop system.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't quite gotten it right like Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
So, applaud Nintendo there for that. So, but yeah,
Well, you
Bunch
know,
of Zelda talk there.
what kind of game are a lot of the Zelda games?
Would say they're retro.
Retro.
Look at that. GameStop retro.
So we remember when GameStop tried to do this before and just sell retro on their website and their stores, and it fell flat on its face. This time,
blind boxes. We won't get into that.
This time, though, what they're doing is they're converting full stores into full retro stores.
That's not what I've heard.
That's what I've heard.
That's definitely not what I've heard at all.
I've heard mixed as well.
Yeah. So what I've heard here, and this is like really shady, is I heard some people, someone went to it, is that some stores will sell retro products, and it's only select locations.
Yeah.
And
Select
some
only.
of the locations are bad, from what I've heard of, just like DS and 360 and PS3 is like all that. Some of them have had that some people have said. But then what's also bad too is I've heard from another person too, they spotted fake cartridges for like a Game Boy or Game Boy Advance, and GameStop's rule was as long as it plays, you get it. Even if it's a fake game, they can't do anything. The employees can't do anything about it.
It could be a Chinese repro cart. You won't know it till you buy it. Check
Well, I mean, there's ways you can.
There's ways you can identify it if you got a good enough eye for it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. Is
they let you, will they crack the game open for you to look inside?
Well, no.
Is that part of their policy?
No. It's that as long as the game works, they can sell it to you. Doesn't matter if it's a fake or not.
Hey!
Holy Alex, dude,
you rock.
What?
Yeah.
I knew it was you because it's got a German name. Zwerk. Really? Zwerk?
He's working to give us donations.
I love it, man. Thank you.
That's awesome.
You rock.
Thank you so much.
You rock. You want?
We gotta drink. We have to drink some beer for him.
You want a donation dance?
Donation dance.
Dun, 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 dun,
Mr. President.
Happy birthday.
Just no taking off your shirts. All right, that's
for our after-hour stream. We won't get into the Christopher waxing streams.
All right.
Do you remember?
Oh, I remember. 21st night of
Farms,
September.
So here's the thing: you can go find a location near you. The closest one to me is like 30 minutes away.
Same. I think mine's actually a little.
I haven't actually looked up mine. I don't know where mine is. I'll have to look.
Yeah. So yeah, what's weird is they're going to this retro model. I think. Let's take a look at some of the prices. I sent you the link to where the find a store thing, and it actually has like all the products on there.
Let's see what this.
So scroll down, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing though too, is like this is all gonna be pricey, like all other retailer stuff here.
These are all far from me. That sucks.
Double Dash, 55 from Melee. I did buy this though. I do have a copy of this. I got it.
Which one?
Melee.
Melee. Oh, nice.
I really need to get that one.
It is the hype for Smash Ultimate.
Look at the price of Double Dash.
That's
$65 for Double
Dash. I believe it. It's highly collectible.
This is one I'd like to get.
I want to get that one too because I hear that's really
great
good.
Price.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would pay 25 for it.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion, I think, is overpriced because that was a launch title. I don't know why that's $45.
Would you pay 110 for Pokemon Coliseum?
Or 120?
That's actually on market. That's on market pricing. That is on market. People don't realize like Chibi
Robo is a very rare game. Yes.
Let's see. Do they have it on there? Can you look something up for me?
Sure.
Spencer? Look and see if they have Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness on there. I just want to see what their pricing is on it.
Say that again.
XD Gale of Darkness.
Just search that.
They don't even have it listed. They don't even have it listed.
Well, here's the thing. What system?
GameCube.
GameCube? Okay. So go to shop all GameCube.
It might not have the
site. Okay, GameCube.
Does a bunch of
filter.
Yeah, that's the main GameStop catalog.
Publisher, Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo. Done. Let's see here. Pokemon.
They might not have it because it's so highly collectible. Anyways,
Well,
I'll give you the lowdown on
these
it.
are all about people have to
What was
trade
that
these
console it
in.
was on?
GameCube.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have it.
Let's just say it's over 200.
They do. 110
They do?
right here. It's on page 2, Spencer.
You found it?
Yeah. Oh, you go. Wait. Oh,
There it is.
Yep, there it is. Yep, right there.
Wow, they have it for 110.
Mm-hmm.
I would go scoop that up, as many as you can get, because that game sells in the retail market for over $175.
Wow. Let's see.
Now,
The fact they have
is the more
Twilight
important
Princess,
game right here.
Twilight Princess
Pac-Man
at
World 3,
90
guys.
is
This
shocking
is the
to
more
me.
important game right here that nobody's talking about. Is
Pac-Man World 3.
Yeah. Yep.
I would argue Sonic Adventure Battle 2. Oh, Path of Radiance, Fire Emblem. That's a really expensive game too.
120 there, yeah.
That's normally, like, during the pandemic, that game was over 150, 160.
So
Yeah, I feel like prices have lowered a little bit since then.
They've
So
lowered,
that-
but it
Jesus
looks like game.
Christ. $50 for the Shadow game?
Oh my god.
My God.
Hey, it's probably
Who
because
knows
Shadow's
what
making a
evil
comeback
lurks in
right
the
now.
hearts of men.
But I have
Shadow
it like on
knows.
PS2 and I got it for so cheap there.
Is it any good of a game? I love that movie.
Wow, really? Still $70 for that Zelda double pack at the top there?
$50
That
for the collector's edition. Oh, that
yeah, that double pack
Oh.
one. That one's normally
Hey,
that's about where it's
$15
always
for
at.
SpongeBob.
70.
Hit and Run is 55.
55. That makes sense. That's a pretty popular game, hit and run.
Anyway,
I'm probably gonna regret doing this, but hold on, I have to do a thing. Because if I was to buy
Sorry,
this, I think-
We're looking at only GameCube here, mostly people.
well, no, he's about to look at something different. Click filters on the left. There.
Yes, we did, Ronnie J. We did just have a discussion about all those
Platform.
Nintendo games and how expensive they are.
Click show more. Ooh, what are you looking?
And if you guys
Oh,
ever want to
PS2.
look at pricing values, go to price charting anytime, because if you're looking, especially Xenosaga episode, what is that? Oh, that's just episode 1 for 20.
Are you talking about
Xenosaga.
Xenoblade.
No, Xenosaga was originally back on PlayStation.
Yeah.
It was one of the precursors that led up to Xenoblade.
Yo,
eventually.
Xenoblade on PlayStation 1. I mean, on Wii is still.
The original game's probably still got some value, I would imagine.
Yeah, let's see. Actually.
But yeah, the Xenosaga games. Episode 1 is actually really cheap, but I think someone said episode 2 and 2 is a little more expensive, and episode 3 is ridiculously expensive. Jack 2 for $10. That seems about right.
I'm gonna look
Sly
at,
Cooper for
I'm
15.
gonna look at Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Dreamcast.
Persona 4 Golden. That's just Persona 4 before it was Golden. That's 25. Grandia 2 for 15. That's not bad.
Sort by price. Here's what you can do, Spencer. Go up. Sort by.
I didn't know
price high to low.
Psychonauts was on PS2.
Oh, Simpsons
Is
Hit and
this-
Run.
No, I'm partially just looking for it. What are we talking about?
Sort it from price high to low. We can see.
Most
what-
expensive: Silent Hill, Shattered Memories, 120, Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Pat Quarantine. That makes
And
sense.
you know, it's because of games like this is why this new Dragon Ball game is blowing up, because this is
Mhm.
Because that game
spiritual
is the
successor.
precursor. Yeah,
It's a spiritual. This new one's a spiritual successor to all these with
it is.
so many
It is.
characters. It's insane. It's like
The
for
moment I
Dragon
saw
Ball,
the trailer, I was like, "Oh my god, it's Tenkaichi back again."
it's literally any Dragon Ball fan's dream for what they'd want as a Dragon Ball game. Back
That
now.
game is gonna sell stupid.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I'm thinking
Like,
about.
I
trying
cannot
to-
wait to see the sales numbers for that game. There it is, Xenosaga 3, $100.
The most expensive games they have are 120.
And let's be honest,
Marvel
guys.
vs. Capcom 2's 100 here.
The
The Futurama
There's a-
game's 120
there's
for
a
original
crash
Xbox.
right now. That's why GameStop's
Holy
getting in on
crap.
this right now. It's because the retro market is actually in a crash right now. They picked the perfect time to start this retro business.
Patrick, the Futurama game is 100 for original Xbox, $120.
I believe
Fallout
it.
Brotherhood of
Yeah.
Steel.
It's the I think one of the most popular games on Xbox.
Yeah, their highest price they looks like is 120, and then
Which is mind blowing.
The
Hey, Harry
lowest
Potter's on there for
price-
50. I saw that.
lowest price is they've got Rango. Well, if you want
Rango.
to count 360, but if we go below 360,
Yeah.
the like before 360 they have DS and original Xbox,
Mhm.
Rango, Element of Destruction, Marvel Superhero Squad, the Infinity Gauntlet, all are $5 games for DS.
I have some of those on Wii.
KOTOR 2 is the cheapest original Xbox game at $5. So is KOTOR
was that
1 at $5.
I'm trying to remember. Was KOTOR 2 broken? I forget.
Not really. No, it's not broken. It's just it had some content that wasn't.
Yeah, I know they did that for the PC version when they made that mod?
Yeah.
And that's what people play. They only want to play the PC version of KOTOR 2 because it makes it so much better.
I own it for Xbox too.
Well, you can mod it too to have the ending it's supposed to have as well.
Yes, that's it.
And that's the whole bullshit thing that we got to, is that we were promised
for Switch. Yeah.
And then they didn't deliver on it.
Which was stupid.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I didn't buy it, or else I would have been pissed.
I'm trying to
see
waiting
on it.
Good thing you got a PC. You can play the better version.
Yeah, and if there's any of these $120 games that I would ever consider buying. Oh, you know what game I'm looking for? See if they have a game called Rival Schools for PlayStation 1.
Rival Schools?
Yeah, 2 words.
Crash Bandicoot.
I don't know here.
And it's a fighting game.
Oh, the original Persona on PS1. Yeah.
Let's see here. Do they have it? Street
Clock
Fighter?
Tower 2.
They don't have
Silent Hills 110. Oh.
Batman Forever, the arcade game, $110.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a good point.
Don't buy Suikoden. Don't buy it. It's about to come out on Switch. Xenosaga, what was that, 85, I think? Xenosaga, that one's getting
come out as well.
Yeah, it is.
I wonder...
Dude, I'm so excited. It's all going to be in one collection, too.
Oh, there it is. Rival Schools, $90. Here, I'll send you the link for it so that you can just go to it.
Hold on, I'm right in that ballpark. Because you said original PlayStation, right?
Yeah. He's got... It's
probably on page 1 at the bottom. Yeah.
There it is. Right in the middle.
Oh, yeah, I just missed it.
It's my favorite fighting game from PlayStation 1. One of the reasons is one of their characters is a baseball guy, and he uses a bat and throws baseballs at people.
No, that one's not going to be in that new Capcom Fighting Collection Volume 2. Right?
Unfortunately not. I wish.
That would have been a good one to throw in for that second volume.
I would have got it for PC. Because if they were to emulate Rival School, oh man.
I will say though, I'm kind of excited to try out Power Stone.
Let me see Parasite Eve.
Power Stone's going to be fun.
Let me see
because everyone always tells me how much fun Power Stone is, and I'm like, yeah, I always want to try Power Stone.
Parasite Eve for $50 and Parasite Eve 2 for $65 because it's so rare. I really want them to remake Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve is one of my.
We're in a digital market. Come on, just make it.
Parasite Eve. I played this. Such a good game. I highly recommend it. Anybody that likes third-person, top-down-ish, like ISO-ish RPGs from that era. Yeah. It's got like a Resident Evil feel, but different kind of style of gameplay. Oh, N64. Here we go.
Oh, N64. Yeah, what's the most expensive games? The Goemon games.
Duck Dodgers starring Daffy Duck.
Ooh, Earthworm.
Amazing.
Earthworm Jim 3D's on there, but apparently everyone's told me Earthworm Jim 3D sucks. Like, don't play it. Majora's Mask, that makes sense. Pokemon Stadium, that makes sense. Harvest Moon 64, very popular.
That's fun.
Pro Skater 3. I forgot Pro Skater 3 was technically on 64. Yeah.
PlayStation.
All the Mario parties. Yep. Hydro Thunder's really good. Super Smash for sure.
Let's see here. What's the next one?
Ocarina. That's just a mass-produced game. That's why Ocarina's only 40
as well. Let's see here. High to low. NES.
Bust a move. South Park Rally. Yep. F-Zero X. Fantastic. Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie. Great.
This is the game I really want on.
Only 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad for $30. Gauntlet Legends. I hear that one's pretty good.
Man, whole bunch of
GoldenEye classic
for NES.
GoldenEye's classic. Dr. Mario 64, Yoshi Story, Diddy Kong Racing. Yep, really good.
Darkwing Duck on NES.
Yeah, I forgot they did have Rayman games on 64 back in the day. Star Fox 64. Yep.
Oh my gosh, Spencer, Batman: Return of the Joker.
Battle
on
Tanks
Nintendo,
Global Assault. I fucking
$65.
love Battle Tanks. I still have Battle Tanks.
Wait, what platform?
NES.
Okay.
I think I know.
Now we're
which
gonna
one
have to
you're
look at that
talking
on
about.
Oh my gosh, you know what I just thought of? Abandonware.
Abandonware. See if it's there.
Yeah.
See how many of those could be on there.
Yeah, because then you can play them through the frickin' a lot of times through the website.
Through the browser, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with those older ones.
That-
Shadows of the Empire is only $13.
Wow.
It's not bad.
Buy it and give it to your friends. It's one of the greatest Star Wars
Here it
games
is,
ever
Batman:
made.
Return of the Joker on Genesis. Yep. And hope you can download it.
I want to play, dude. I want to play Shadows again. It's so good.
Oh my.
I
This
can
game
play
looks
Shadows like
badass.
once a month. It's so good.
For an old school Batman game, this looks awesome. I wonder what their Game
Oh, I
Gear
forgot about
prices
Cruising
are.
Exotica. I had to get Cruising Exotica.
I wonder what their Game Gear prices
What was cool
are.
about that whole era is there was a lot of arcade ports too.
Yeah.
You don't see too much of that nowadays.
They don't have Game Gear on here. That upsets me. Is Game Gear that rare?
It tends to be at a lot of thrift stores. I've noticed.
I loved Game Gear. The only problem with Game Gear was the battery life, but I used it
Yeah.
on car rides, and it had the car, on long car trips, and using it then to be able to have full color in your hand, that the battery wouldn't die. It was amazing.
All right. Spencer's looking at Game Boy Advance here. I got to see Spencer.
Game Gear.
Is that Castlevania? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Mega Man, yeah. Pokemon, obviously. Fire Emblem, Sacred Stones. Yep. Where's frickin' Golden Sun? I know Golden Sun's gonna be up there.
Golden Sun's not that expensive. Oh
No.
Jesus, that is definitely
40
not how
bucks?
much I paid for it. That's
$40.
That's a lot more than I paid for it. That's for sure.
How much did you pay for yours?
In the ballpark of 16 to 20 bucks.
What? Dude, I'm jealous.
I'm gonna go to Super Nintendo.
I bought a cheesy copy of like the second one, and I spent like 50 on
Let's
that
see
one.
here. Genre RPG.
This is stuff I want to play. I want to eventually get Banjo Pilot.
Oh, Banjo Pilot?
And
I forgot that was
Grunty's, and Grunty's Revenge.
I
Super
forgot
Mario,
there were more games.
Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, $100.
Wolfenstein 3D GBA version.
Final Fantasy 3 for Super Nintendo,
Mm-hmm.
$70. That was my first.
Oh yeah,
RPG
Mario
I
vs.
ever
Donkey
beat.
Kong. Yeah. Super Circuit is so good. Mario Kart.
Rayman
Oh my
10th
god.
Anniversary. Ooh, that'd be
Oh,
cool. Yeah.
Mmm.
Secret of Evermore for only
Barbie.
Here you go,
$80.
Patrick. Here you go, Patrick.
Barbie Horse Adventures. I actually hear Horse Adventures actually is pretty good.
Chrono
There you go,
Trigger,
Patrick.
$100.
Someone told me Horse Adventures was good.
Chrono Trigger, $100. That's damn. What am I looking at? Platform.
What other platforms you got there, Spencer?
Look at Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah.
Pocky and Rocky, Demon's Crest,
I want to see my
Three
favorite
Ninjas Kickback.
One of my favorite sports games of all time.
Ogre
is on Super
Battle.
Nintendo. Stanley
There's an
Cup
RPG.
Hockey.
Ogre Battle's an RPG.
They don't have Stanley Cup Hockey, those bastards.
Adventures of Batman and Robin. That makes sense why that's 100. Chrono Trigger's up there.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to see like a Earthbound on here for anything less than 300.
You're not going to see Earthbound on there. They don't go above
Yeah.
120.
They won't spend the money for it. It's too
No.
expensive.
No way. Yeah.
Super Metroid. Oh, the mask. $70 for the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, they had
Wow.
Final Fight 2. Secret of Mana. That makes sense why Secret of Mana is 55. I get that.
Knights of the Round is $90.
Final Fantasy 2 is 50.
Final Fantasy 3 is.
Oh, yeah,
$100,
Death and Return.
which is actually.
Oh
Final
yeah,
Fantasy.
Maximum Carnage.
So-
I remember seeing that Maximum Carnage. I saw that one in person one
So
time.
That's
here,
a
let's see if you
badass
guys
cartridge.
know your Final Fantasy lore at all. Not lore, but so we had Final Fantasy 2 in the US.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
then we had Final Fantasy 3.
Yes.
But was it Final Fantasy 3 really?
No, it wasn't.
What was it?
It was the first game.
No. It was
Wasn't
Final
it?
Fantasy 6.
As I say, yeah,
Oh,
no.
It was the
yeah.
third one in the US.
Patrick,
but they
that would be the
skipped
third one.
they skipped
Never mind.
3, 4, and 5.
I'm
in the
thinking
US,
of,
and went from 2 to 6.
I'm thinking of that fucked up. What is the timeline for Dragon Quest? That's 312.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but
I am
in the
really
US,
looking forward to that new Dragon Quest. So there's some details that came out on that. It looks really
nice.
Oh, they did a red cartridge for Doom on SNES.
And they did a red cartridge for Spider-Man and Venom and Maximum Carnage. $50.
Yeah, we just saw that one.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. There you go.
Yeah,
Greatest
that's
Adventures.
Yeah, which one is it?
Greatest Adventures.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah.
Oh, there's Earthworm Jim.
Ooh, Turtles in Time. We don't need to get that because we got the Cowabunga collection.
Prince Nightmare.
Simpsons. Yep. TMNT
Dragon.
Tournament Fighters.
True Lies.
True Lies.
True Lies.
X-Men Mutant Apocalypse.
Oh,
that
great
was
game. That's a great game.
Yeah. Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. I heard that one's pretty good.
RoboCop versus the Terminator.
Oh yeah, I remember that game.
Batman
Zombie
Returns.
ate my neighbors. Oh, there's Smash
Ultimate
TV.
Mortal Kombat 3. Yeah, Smash TV. Lord of the Rings Volume 1.
UN Squadron.
That's based off the cartoon, though, isn't it?
Bart's Nightmare was a great game.
Oh, Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Yeah.
Yes.
Captain America and the Avengers. Yep.
Oh, there's Joe and Mac.
Is that the one? Is that not the one based off the arcade port? The Captain America
did you
one?
look what's go up one row. Second to last. Lord of the Rings.
We were just talking about that. Yeah.
Congo's Caper. Goof
Jurassic
Troop.
Park Part
The
2.
Goof Troop game.
Killer
The
Instinct
chaos
Black
continues.
cartridge.
Super Mario World, one of the most printed SNES games ever made.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason it's $20.
Well, yeah. Oh, there's Lemmings. Nice.
Lemmings, yeah.
Love Lemmings.
Star Fox, the first game that had a separate chip in it.
Here's the game we're buying for Spencer's birthday, Patrick. Bottom
Which
row,
one?
second to last one.
No.
Power Rangers?
Go
Brian
Power Rangers. You can display.
I never
Beavis and
had that
Butthead.
one.
Let
Let me see. I just ran across that cart the other day. Let me see if I can find it.
Which one?
My Power Rangers Sega.
I'm just owning you, Patrick.
The Lion King is only $10.
I don't know where it is.
Because it's got the newer version you can buy. Oh, there's Aladdin for $15. Aladdin is more popular than the Lion King game. That is true.
That is true. Yeah. Everybody got pissed off at the Lion King because it kept dying so much.
Aladdin I beat so many times when I was a kid.
Dude, Lion King's so hard.
Yeah.
If you're not hitting the right pixel, they're like dead. You're like, fuck.
Oh, what's the next console?
I played it on
he's going
Sega
to?
back in the day.
Sega?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to NES now. I like
Classic NES. Oh, Bucky O'Hare. Yeah. $100. Bucky O'Hare.
it.
Felix the Cat. Yep.
That was a great game.
Oh, I forgot there was a Wayne's World game.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's 100.
Wait, why is there a DS Game
Oh,
Boy
look!
Advance game, Bonk's Adventure? Why?
Adventure!
Yeah, why are they showing the Game Boy cartridge? I'm so confused.
Oh, that's funny because that's the one that freaking
The green dot.
oh my god.
Battletoads.
That's the one John referenced when we were playing Development Hell was Bonk's Adventure.
Battletoads and Double Dragon. I remember that. There's that.
Yeah,
Batman
Return of the
game.
Joker. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Dragon Warrior 2. I think Dragon Warrior 2 is the one people said they liked a lot.
Shadow the Ninja was a great game.
Yep. Donkey Kong Classic. Yep.
Yeah.
River City Ransom, fan
Mike
favorite.
Tyson's Punch Out.
Why is this?
Mike Tyson's Punch Out, not to be confused
Oh,
with Punch Out later on.
Oh, they've
'cause
got a
he took his
Game
name-
and
He took
Watch.
himself out of the game.
They've got a Game and Watch.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the newer one. It's the newer one.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was the OG one. I was like, what? Someone traded.
No,
in a
it's
Game
that
and
new
Watch?
one that came out with. Yeah, it's the newer one.
Castlevania 3.
Oh, they got the
Dracula's
Miss
Curse.
Pac. They got the Miss Pac-Man
Yeah.
Tinge cart. Yeah, there it is. I've got it as well.
I haven't even opened this.
That's funny as fuck.
Let me see if I've got mine. If you don't want to open yours.
Silver
No, I
Surfer.
will. I've opened up my. I don't know.
Silver Surfer.
My
game.
I got the Mario.
This game. Oh my gosh, I love this game.
I had it right here.
Conquest
Hold on. Let's see if I got it.
Of the Crystal Palace. It was a fantastic game.
Oh, let's see if I got it here for you guys.
There you go, Ronnie J. There's Battletoads
Yeah,
for 2018.
I don't have it right here. Apparently accessible, so. Oh, well.
Yeah, this game was amazing. Conquest of the Crystal Palace. Very hard.
Clash at Demon Head. Something Bartman meets Radioactive Man.
Yeah.
Classic Metroid. Wolverine. I forgot there was a Wolverine game.
There's the original Final Fantasy too. No, DuckTales for $25 when you can go get the Disney Afternoon version for like 10. On digital.
Yeah. Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funhouse.
Oh, Back to the Future 2 and 3.
Rampage.
There's Star Wars.
Paperboy on Nintendo was so
did you
good.
See Star Wars?
No.
Mm. Oh,
Tetris,
Maniac Mansion.
Batman.
Maniac
Ghostbusters,
Mansion.
Ninja Gaiden.
Oh my gosh, look, the
Terminator
McDonald's
2.
game.
Oh, I fucking love Blades of
Did you guys
Steel.
see the McDonald's
it's
game?
so good. It's a great Konami game.
Yeah. McKids. You know you want
McKids.
No.
Ooh, yep, you got your classic Mario and Duck Hunt. Double cart.
Yeah, they were the world class. That's the one I had with the power pad. Kung
Which
Fu,
one?
The Mario, Duck Hunt, and Track and Field.
Oh, I didn't have that triple pack one.
Mm-hmm.
That one's actually probably worth something
Bart
now.
versus the Space Mutants was one of my favorite Nintendo games.
And then Temple of Doom, yep.
Yeah.
I have Ghostbusters 1 and 2 game.
Nice.
Oh,
there's
you got Mighty
a
Morphin
sub
Power
button.
Rangers, the movie for the Genesis. Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me you had the movie tie-in game. I had Mighty Morphin, just the arcade port, the Mighty Morphin fighter game on Genesis.
Oh, this was.
Which one are we looking up
definitely
next, boys?
This was I think it's time to move on.
All right.
I think
we'd be here all night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's time
We'd be
to
here all night.
move on.
We can look more after stream.
That was that was a great topic though. I'm glad I did add it because
I'm glad we spent 30 minutes on that one. That was fantastic.
Surprised that their website was so put together already for it. I don't think they added anything new because they've had retro stuff on there for a while. They've had a section there for it before. I bought from it. That's where I got my Super Smash Bros. Was from that. Okay, but that's the thing. That's true. That's the website, and they've always had it online. That's true. Yeah. As far as this thing goes, though, it seems like it's very lackluster what they've done from what I've heard from a lot of some places, and
they need more.
Well, if you remember, a couple of years ago, GameStop was like, "We're gonna change our whole model. We're gonna put couches in the stores and consoles for people to play," and they never did it.
No,
they did change their model to sucking harder.
Yeah, that's exactly
they did.
right. They were trying to be like, we're gonna be this hangout for gamers, and they didn't. They gave up on it, I guess.
No, because they saw how much it was going to cost and said, "Nah, we're not going to do that."
Probably. Nice, Indiana Jones.
We're going to keep
Last
sucking.
Crusade on NES. So, Ronnie, we don't need to talk about how much you paid for your collection. Anyway,
all right.
Next topic.
Next thing we had Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah.
You know what we could do as well, though, is we could do a special review for this.
Yeah, you and I could do that. Yeah, that's true.
Definitely do that.
Yeah, let's briefly touch on it, just because.
I'm gonna take a nap, you guys. I'll take a nap.
Well, because you haven't watched it, so how the fuck can you comment on it? You can't be like yawn when you haven't even watched the first season.
Yeah.
You can't.
How many episodes is in this first season?
The first season? Second?
No, not the first. Second one.
3 so far. The next one comes out tomorrow.
No, I'm saying total.
Oh, total? It's gonna be
8
total.
8 or 10. One of the two.
I think it's 8.
I think it's 8 as well.
Let me double check.
You want to wait until the whole thing before we review it? You mean?
I was gonna say we could do a mid-season thing.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
We can go ahead and give brief thoughts.
But I want to.
Yeah. What are your thoughts so far?
So far, I'm really enjoying it. That instead of pissing people off this season with making Galadriel the focus.
So she really hasn't been in it.
That's what I'm saying. I really enjoy that they haven't made her the focus and they've spread it out and made it more of this is a tale about Middle Earth rather than this is a tale about Galadriel. And that's what I feel like they've done really well this season. they've shown conflict with so many characters. It's really good. They've mixed, and then we're seeing the Sauron stuff. I'm loving it.
Intriguing, very interesting.
To the point where we're at with it right now, without getting into spoilers, is I cringe and want to punch him in the face every time I see him because of that shit-eating grin he always has on his face, and how he knows he's just deceiving everybody. And but that's what makes it so good. And this is lore about Sauron that, despite people being, this is stuff that Tolkien wrote about, you know, and we've seen a little bit of it in games, you know, with Shadow of Mordor getting some of that history. Again, it's all pulled from the appendices. And I like how in the credits now they're saying based on the appendices more than based on Tolkien is what they've been saying, because I think it pissed people off that they
damn right
kind of
you know, that's made me want to actually go read them to see how faithful it is, and then go back and watch a bit of it too.
That's a good point,
because it supposedly so
but again, I like the spread out of the story. It's supposed to be about Middle Earth and the rings of power, not just it's not Lord of the Rings Galadriel, you know, which the first season a little too much of her, you know, a little too much. This time we're getting that spread out, and I like it.
I mean, that's the important thing, is having that spread out for sure. And I've been interested in a lot of the things. I did hear one rumor which we could get into the, I don't know if you want to get into it now or later, but
let's just bring it up and we'll see.
I heard that they cut out a lot of vital things about the Numenor plotline.
I could see that,
and that's why for this third episode, why it was only like you had it at the beginning and the end for 2 minutes.
Yeah, you know what? Numenor is the one area I don't care that much about. Maybe, and it's partly because the only part of it I am interested in is, all right, how does Isildur become who he becomes? But I have my guesses on that. That his dad marries, what's her name? You know, that's my guess. The Queen Regent, and who becomes the queen. Spoilers. A Queen Regent becoming a queen? Oh my gosh.
You know, that's the thing is,
but now
there's
this
so many
whole
aspects to it,
but
so to balance it all it could be a big thing too. But it's like, if it's a vital part that's being, because rumors are is they to cut out a couple of huge plot points from it, and so
we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it all comes full circle, because at the end of that last episode, my theory thrown out the window because of what happened, you know. So we'll have to see, but like, so that's the only thing about Numenor that really intrigues me, is how Isildur rises to power. And in Middle Earth, though, because he's not, you know.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, we'll see. And new episode tomorrow, which is why I wanted to talk about it tonight. So, definitely, if you haven't watched the first season, give it a chance, because if you get through the first season, you'll really enjoy the beginning of the second season.
I'm gonna need to buy like a whole case of alcohol to get through that first season.
Bullshit.
Patrick, you've watched worse.
You have watched way worse.
Have
Patrick.
I?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you watch some of the Halo show?
I did.
Then you've seen way worse.
Did you watch She-Hulk?
Then you've seen
I did.
way worse.
Oh,
did you watch Secret Invasion?
You know, I actually like parts of Secret Invasion, but She-Hulk is no. I could do without
better than those. This is better than those.
So I know.
I'd put even season 1 of Rings of Power above all those things I just said.
I know. But,
agreed.
Agreed.
But season 1 did have a lot of other problems.
It did. Yeah. But again, I think season 2 is working to try and correct them. But again, we'll see if that rumor is true. We'll have to see how it affects the story.
Yeah.
For sure.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll wait to see.
Yeah.
Wait and find out. So yeah, check out maybe a full video review. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
We shall see.
We touched a bit on this at the beginning.
Yes.
Do you all have much more to say about this?
I think Patrick does.
Stuff?
real quick, Spencer, can you open up a separate tab and just look up Ubisoft? Just type in Ubisoft stock. We gotta talk about this. All right, Spencer, go to I think it's month versus month, I believe. Look what just happened to the Ubisoft stock. That drop. That's Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah. Need I say more?
Oh no! I'm laughing so hard. I think I'm gonna pee my pants.
I did see that it came back up though, even though it's down over the year. If you look at, I think it was the week. Is it the week? No, day.
Day specifically.
Just today, it came back up.
Well, you can tell it though with this month view though. That
they got a influx of cash from some investors. So Ubisoft had to call an audible and be like, "Somebody, please, we need angel investors quickly!"
It's interesting though if you look at it overall, like in
the 5 year. So what was that?
A pretty steady decline here.
What was that like middle of 2020? Was that Valhalla's release? No, Valhalla was since then, right?
Valhalla was, I think, around here.
What year was that?
Valhalla was 2019.
So wait.
2018 was and the reason I remember it's 2019.
Which one came out mid 2020?
Valhalla was here.
Yeah,
they were just doing good, and then from here.
Because
was that Division 2 maybe?
Yeah, March of 2021. No,
2020.
2020.
It was, you know what it was? You know what? It's just mid 2020. I think that was just COVID. Because that affected all companies.
Well, and also remember the new consoles coming out affected companies too.
Yeah, that hurt a lot of people.
You know, and
because there wasn't a lot of money flowing then, because everybody was just trying to survive.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot going into companies. But yeah, there you go. I mean, that's just today. That's the one day. You see the influx of the cash came in mainly at the end of the day, second half of the day for the stock exchange today. So
that's part of that is probably because since the stocks went down, people started buying.
But yeah, you could see that giant sharp drop. That was the launch of Outlaws.
Jesus.
So the bad press around that launch severely hurt them. Even if they patched it on day one, just the bad press around it was enough to drop the stock.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Almost $3 a stock? $2 a stock? $2. So if let's say you had over $1 million invested in Ubisoft, you just lost $2 million. Just like that.
That's crazy.
Chris, if you were like a big name investor and you had stock in Ubisoft, how would you feel?
I would have sold as soon as I saw the Star Wars Outlaws trailer. Honestly.
You've been like, get out.
Well, it reminds me of how I felt when I saw the Mortal Kombat movie trailer.
And just go back.
People, hold on. I was one of the few people that said that movie is going to be garbage. And
Spencer,
like,
that big spike back there, was that February? How much was the stock? What was the high there? 24?
24.4.
And it went down. And it went down to 15.50. Just think about that.
Well, yeah.
It's almost halved. It's almost halved. In less than, in just over half a year.
Yeah, I would have, if I had a lot of stock and I had watched the, what was it, Summer Game Fest,
worried about
they had the shitty trailer. Summer Game Fest had that shitty trailer.
That's a big thing. Is there, because that's the thing though, is the presentation for this game. What made me hold off, because I had the money ready to pre-order. It was their trailers, and those IGN previews did the game terribly.
Yes,
but now they did. They did. It's like, they hurt them.
You know, it was just my pick of the week. I was saying about how much I enjoy it.
Yeah, and then, I think. Yes.
And now you got all the bad press and the stuff behind the whole storyline of what they're using that one guy for Assassin's Creed coming up in November. And then they found out the whole history behind that character they used for the game. It's not even factual. It's not even close to factual.
No, it's not.
They found out it was based off a guy who was like a historian working in Japan, and he had been just making it up.
Well, yeah,
absolutely
they had said
making
that
it up.
he was a samurai when in fact all he was like a slave.
Yeah. And then they found out anytime he wrote a thing for his historical whatever for the college he was working for, he sourced it back to like whatever, and then they found out the source was just himself. He was sourcing himself.
Yeah, it's
so this game is like in.
Hello, Sean.
It might be a good game. Don't get me wrong. It might end up being a good game, but like just the bad press leading into.
We got a new person.
All
in
the
chat.
stuff.
We got a new person.
Oh, hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome on in,
Sean Moore. All they gave us was a period.
Sean Moore, are you somebody we know? Are you brand new?
They messaged something and then retracted it, and then they gave us a period. Anyway, Ronnie J says, I'm going to sleep, but I'll be doing my stream starting next week. All right, have a good night. And then, all right, me going eating and sleeping, have fun and keep the nerd stuff up. Thank you, Alex. Great to see you, man. It was fucking awesome.
Thank you for the dono, sir.
Thank you for the donation. Great to see you. Come on.
But yeah, you can go ahead and close
hang
that.
out all month. Yeah, let me
just showing you the stock with Ubisoft is really bad right now. They absolutely have to pull a win with Assassin's Creed. If they don't, they are in serious trouble.
Yeah.
And they're already in serious trouble with the Star Wars Outlaws launch.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people losing their jobs. No doubt.
Yeah.
There's a lot of layoffs, a lot of stuff going on. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we want to bust quickly through our other options?
No, I think that...
is there anything in there you want to talk about, Spencer? Anything that's stuck out to you?
One thing here that really stood out to me that I know neither of you will give a crap about is the new Dragon Ball Daima stuff. Looks really good. It's set like, I don't have a trailer for anything that pulled up, but it's like a it's interesting though because it's like this different arc that's actually set after one of the big arcs near the end of Dragon Ball Z.
Interesting.
And so they're like,
isn't this the last Toriyama movie?
It was the last thing. It's not a movie. It's like a 20 episode show.
Okay,
but it was the last thing that Toriyama was
before he passed.
Worked on before he passed. Yeah.
So that's going to be huge. Yeah.
And then the person who took over for Dragon Ball Super, because that was still going in manga form, and people are wanting it to make a comeback in animation. But anyway, what's interesting though there is that they're going to announce that that's going to end. They're stopping the manga there to reassess what they want to do with the franchise going forward.
That makes sense. You know, with his passing and all, like, it makes sense to kind of like stop and kind of decide what do you think makes the most sense going forward?
Yeah. I do want to mention the last two things though, really quick though, as well. Very interesting that I haven't watched all of House of the Dragon season 2 yet. I intend to. But it's interesting that George R. R. Martin came out and completely like slammed the creative differences of that show, saying
he did,
big decision is going to have terrible effects throughout it now because of what they did there, which is going to be interesting to see how that may or may not actually play out. We'll see.
I think,
and then he retracted it.
Well,
today.
He didn't retract it; he deleted it, which I think is more of his management team being like,
that's what I'm thinking. They're worried it's gonna hurt the
well, he makes money off House of the Dragon still, so
yeah, like, so they were like, you want money too, don't you?
Yeah, basically.
Don't bash it, you're getting paid, bud.
So yeah. I haven't even finished the first season of House of Dragon.
First season is really good.
I've heard it's really good. I've heard season 2 has some issues so far.
Yeah.
I've also heard, I also feel like for me, after how I was disappointed by the end of Game of Thrones, I don't want to invest myself into another GOT show and be disappointed at the end, even though I'm doing it with Marvel. But I'm more invested in Marvel because it's more of I know the universe better. You know, I know everything. It takes me back 30 some years. You know, for Marvel.
You'll let Kevin Feige break your heart.
While Game of Thrones, it's, you know, I never read the books. I only picked it up from watching the show.
Yeah.
What up, Hosea?
Hey, Hosea! What's up, man?
What's up?
I'm not sure who this Sean Moore person is, but they said I'm M. Or yeah. So, but Hosea, awesome to see you, man. It is once again World Autoinflammatory Awareness Month, and we are raising money for FMF and AID Global Association. Let's refresh this because we had a donation tonight. $59.97. Thank you, Mr. Alex. As he says his comment, look at his comment. Fuck inflammation is what he said. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Alex.
That is such an Alex thing to say, too.
Love it. Love it. Make sure that you do share the donation page. Make sure that you do donate if you can. Even $1. Even $1 helps.
Or share the link if you can't donate anything.
Well, that's the first thing you should do no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter
share
what.
Share it on social.
Share the link. Even if you
share it to your buddies on Discord.
Yes. Share it in all the Discord servers you're in. Share it on your X, Twix, Facebook, Threads,
and then go
Instagram,
get a Twix.
TikTok, whatever. And then break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Break me off a piece of that fancy feast.
What? What are you, a cat?
You don't remember that from The Office?
Yeah, oh, right. Oh boy. So
I love Andy.
Yeah. So anything else we want to talk about?
Briefly, the Folia Ducks thing, the Joker thing. So they're premiering it right now, and can't say too much on that because it's still too soon. But our buddy John did do a review. It is up on his page.
Yep.
And apparently at the Venice Film Festival, it got an 11-minute standing ovation.
I still think Joker is one of the most overrated movies ever.
It's okay to be wrong.
I mean, I liked it, but I think it's overrated.
Will you be going to see the sequel?
I didn't go see the first one in theaters.
Okay. Spencer and I have been talking for a long time. We're gonna go dressed as ducks.
Spencer's not gonna enjoy it. It's a musical.
Didn't you see the post by Lady Gaga saying it's not a musical?
I think it's going to be more of how you'd consider Wonka a musical, where
Well, Wonka is a musical.
Not in that it's not a musical in the traditional way with how the story is told, and so I think it's going to be like that to a degree, where music is to help carry the story but not have the main story beats.
It's supplemental.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
See, I don't think it is going to be supplemental. From what I've heard, it's
all music.
No, but the music is something that really makes it. So
the music made Wonka too. So
but to me, the music in Wonka wasn't supplemental. It was definitely needed, necessary part of the story. But part of that is also because the original is the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't see a Joker movie needing music. We'll see. Again, it's not a traditional Joker movie. It's a movie inspired by the character of Joker. I understand that. But again, I think one, the first one's overrated, and two, this one is, the story's not going to be as good, and it's going to be,
I mean, let's be fair here. Almost never the sequel's as good as
sure, but I think it's one of those things where they might have tried too hard. That's what I'm worried about.
I mean, I appreciate them trying to do something different.
Sure.
I'm not sure how I feel about just how they may continue from the first one or whatever. But I mean, the first one's great for some different reasons.
It's a good character.
Yeah, it's a great character study, and
yes,
the whole thing of just going into his psyche and if you really look into some of the finer details of being well, do you know what's really real or not real in that movie? And so that's
the part that's good to me. That's really good.
It was really good. I really liked it. I just don't know if 2 will take away from any of that.
No, it
depending
could,
on how it begins. It depends, because I mean, we know at the end he's in the asylum, so there's that theory. Did he think of everything? And who knows? And so that's the main thing I'm worried about too. But I mean, I appreciate them trying to do something a little different.
Sure.
And so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna be interested.
Hey,
I mean,
what's up, James Tyler?
What up, James?
Bad
all these people showing up towards the end.
I know, right as they're about to finish.
Yeah. Hosea makes a good point though. He's more interested in the box office of this movie. Can it make another billion?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't.
I mean, there's a good people interested in it. Like, I don't think it'll make fine money. I don't think it's gonna blow.
We also have to remember that the feeling of going to the movies is not the same as it was when the first one came out. The first one was
true.
19? Yeah, so
19,
before the pandemic, people were going to the theater in droves still. You know, and because you have to, think about how many times we heard studios might be shutting down, theaters might be shutting down.
The economy's way different now too.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the problem now of just everything's more. It's really expensive to go to the theater.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true too. It's more.
It's insane to go to the theater.
Might
now.
as well. It's like, do I go out to the theater and watch a movie and get concessions, or do I go out to eat? You know, you have to make or go out and do something else that's going to be a better opportunity cost based on how much it costs.
Yeah,
absolutely. It all ties back to economics again. It's all about money. Money makes the world go round.
Makes the world go round. Makes it all taste good.
So, James, since you just showed up, I got to give you the spiel now, as you always get. It is World Autoinflammatory Awareness Month, as the September always is, and we're raising money once again for FMF and AID Global Association. I have Familial Mediterranean Fever, and so this is a very personal fundraiser, very personal campaign to me. If you don't know what Familial Mediterranean Fever is, the layman explanation is I'm missing the protein in my DNA that controls inflammation in the body. So if I sprain my ankle, actually today's a great example. And this is going to sound silly. I was playing the new Quidditch game, and games like that can make my hands hurt because you got to move around a lot. So I've been playing the goalie mostly, where I don't have to do all that. And Silk was like, why don't you try being the seeker? I'm like, this is going to be bad. And I gave him a couple of reasons why. And it was. I put the controller down midway through the match because my hands started to swell up because I like moving around a lot and trying to do all this. You know, trying to be the seeker, you're trying to. You're trying to.
Because you got
a little snitch.
Shakes it. Yeah.
And so I was like, Silk, I can't do this. My hands hurt. You know, my hands are really bad, obviously, way worse than yours, because this doesn't make your hands hurt, and it's making my hands hurt. The controller's just sitting there, and it kicked me for inactivity because my hands were hurting. Well, my hand got swollen, but what it did is it affected my whole body. My knees got swollen, my back started to hurt, my stomach started to hurt a little bit. Luckily, it was only like a minor flare. I went and laid down immediately, got something salty in my system, and it was definitely, it subsided. I was able to take some pain meds and things like that, but that's what FMF can do. One little hand hurting a little bit, and my whole body was affected. It was crap. Sucked. There's been times where one day I was sitting here streaming. It was a Star Wars day, I think. I was playing Republic Commando. Nothing stressful about the day at all. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I gotta go. I got a flare coming out of nowhere. So that's you know, for me, I didn't have this support growing up. People didn't really care outside of me. My family kind of, but I'm adopted, so it's hard for them to relate. So I made it, since I started being a content creator, made sure that I would help this organization that has helped me in many ways, and give back to them. So that's what we're doing here. We raised $59.97. We've got from our good friend Patrick here, fellow red shirt, who started us off, and then we had some people who don't watch us but are connected to the FMF community. One who's a mom and one who's a friend of that mom's has donated. So, and then our long lost friend Alex shows up out of nowhere and donates. So that was awesome. We're at $60 and we're only 4 days in. So
come on, guys.
Awesome.
Make it rain.
Oh my gosh, Patrick. You're doing terrible at this. You gotta go up more, man. Up.
Up.
There you go. There you go.
Oh
There
shit!
you go.
One went over the monitor. Damn it! I had some singles laying here. I was like, I'm gonna make it rain.
All right. Anyway, Hosea has a question. Which game are you talking about, Hosea?
Quidditch.
Oh, yes.
It's Quidditch worth
playing.
it, yeah.
It's fun. I'm a little upset. It's a $30 game.
Because you don't get a whole lot.
No, you do, but I wanted it to be more accessible to everybody. It felt like when it should be one of those everybody's accessible games. It's definitely interesting how they do it. The campaign is co-op, which is awesome.
That's cool.
The online is lots of fun, but how they do it is you play 2 positions. So
that reminds me, I'm gonna look up on GameStop and see.
that
Quidditch game is
like
cheaper.
It just came out today.
No, the GameCube one.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. But it's interesting. So when you go play online, you choose a set that a loadout essentially of 2 positions. So there's goalie and chaser, there's beater and chaser, and then there's seeker and chaser. So it's interesting. Very interesting how you so if I'm the goalie, I pass myself the ball and I can switch to my seeker. You're always set to 1 seeker. There's 3 seekers, a beater, chaser, 3 chasers, a beater, and a seeker. Yes, it is free on PS Plus, so you could be able to play it on there. Yes, so if you have PS Plus, definitely check it out. Absolutely. And if you want to play with us, let us know. Spencer's got it on PS Plus, and I've got it, and Silk's got it on Xbox. So definitely down to try it out with you, Hosea, for sure. Just hit me up. But yeah, it's worth it. They have like a battle pass, but it's free, because you paid for the game. Or you have it on PlayStation Plus. And one of the things on that battle pass is a cosmetic that they've talked about that they were including in the game. Spencer, enlighten the people.
Enlighten the people? Oh. It's the
Do you have a picture of it? Can you pull up a picture of it?
Yeah, hold on. I can pull up a picture of it really quick. Give me a moment. Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
You really want to find a good one, don't you?
I promise it's coming. This is not helping. Hold on. God. Yeah, hold on. I wasn't ready for this.
I know. I'm sorry.
Gosh, dang it, Bobby.
I didn't know Jose was going to ask a question about it.
Hold on. I've got you now.
We went from talking about FMF to Quidditch.
There you go.
That's a big transition.
There it is. A mask that you get.
The greatest.
40 to put on your guy. It's fucking great. It's
also known as Hagord.
The Hagord meme from the PlayStation 2 version, right?
PS1.
PS1 version of the game. That's right.
So they released a PS1 and a PS2 version.
That's right.
The PS1 is notorious for having terrible graphics.
Yep.
Very polygonal. And so Hagord was very polygonal. And so they said he became the Hagord meme. And I think if I remember correctly, they had a different voice actor for the PS1 version. And he was like, "Oi, Harry, come here." And so it just fit the whole design of the face with the voice. And so everybody loved it so much because it's such a great meme.
Oh my god. I can't wait to unlock it. That's all I gotta say. I can't wait. Anyway, Jose wants to know if we're watching anything good at the moment. Well, we talked about Spencer and I are watching Rings of Power.
Is on there. Let me look and see. I'm gonna look on
eBay.
eBay.
Is actually better than season 1 for sure. So far. I've gone back to watching Alias with RIP Robbie Coltrane. Hell yeah.
That's not bad. Quidditch World Cup's about $15 used on eBay.
Bad. I've been watching Alias again, which is J.J. Abrams' show with Jennifer Garner, Bradley Cooper. And
young Bradley Cooper.
And then very young. That was his breakout role.
Yeah.
His first role. I mean, before his breakout in The Hangover.
Jennifer Garner's peak. Or rise. Rise.
That was her rise.
Still not quite to her peak yet.
No, it was her rise in her peak. I don't see her having.
She's not been in as much nowadays.
No,
she still does stuff though.
She has some good movies though that are good. They're mostly rom-coms that she does though.
Yeah, she does a lot of rom-coms.
So, Matthew has the same birthday as Robbie Coltrane.
Whoa, that's cool.
But and then I was very excited because AMC bought the rights to Snowpiercer, which was on for 3 seasons, and then TNT dropped it during the pandemic, and then AMC picked it up, so it's doing its 4th and final season now. So those are the 3 things that I'm really watching right now. Jose's got the same birthday as Joe Pesci. Spencer, you watching anything else besides Rings of Power?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, no.
And Patrick doesn't watch anything, so.
I actually did watch some stuff.
New?
So I've just started getting back on Clone Wars again because I really want to finish my rewatch of Clone Wars. I just started season 6, so I'm gonna bust through that, and then season 7, so I can get done with that. I'm gonna go back and rewatch Bad Batch after that, and then on to what is it, Kenobi? Yeah, Kenobi, then Rebels. I don't know. Yeah, Rebels, and then I'll probably do Andor.
Yeah, would be after.
Oh, I forgot. You got to throw Solo in there too.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I watched Solo. I actually do like that movie.
It's not bad. They've got some stupid lines in it. Some stupid
lines.
You're by yourself. We'll call you
it's
Solo.
The usual Star Wars cheese.
So stupid. How they
Star
came
Wars
up with his name
cheese.
is so stupid.
It's pretty bad.
So stupid how they came up with his name. Apparently, what they decided to make canon. How they came up with his name.
You'll never know his actual last name. It's probably like Janikowski. Han Janikowski.
Han. No. Okay, Spencer might remember this joke. Patrick, you might not, because I don't know if you've seen Men in Tights.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Spencer, let's see if you remember this joke. Latrine. Such a good name. How did they come up with it? They changed it in the 3rd century. It used to be shithouse.
I remember it. That's funny.
So.
Yeah, that'll be the mystery for Star Wars fans. What is Han Solo's actual last name?
Yeah.
Jim Brewer on SNL as Joe Pesci.
Han Smith.
I like Jim Brewer. Jim Brewer's so damn funny. I still watch some of his stuff now.
Goat Boy is one of the best characters ever.
He is.
His best
he's got a podcast
special
called
his podcast is great.
The Bruniverse. Yeah. And he just started a new one. I think I just saw the other day. I think he just started a new show.
Midnight Run's a great old school movie. Hell yeah.
De Niro.
Yeah, De Niro, Charles Grodin. Yeah. Gonna meet the parents.
Hans Olo.
Like Dr. Jackson on Stargate SG-1 said. Yeah. Hans Olo. Yeah, so Daniel Jackson, who in the movie was James Spader, but is Michael Shanks in the TV show. He is he's in space. This is one of the later seasons, and someone steals the SGC ship, and she takes it to this planet, but when they get there or something, I forget exactly, Michael Shanks stops her from going out, and he's like, I'll go and talk to him, and he says his name is Hans Olo to the aliens that he's talking to, and they have no idea because they're not from Earth.
That reminds me, when I was a kid, there was this episode of Pokemon where they were coming up with fake names, and Ash Ketchum said his name was Tom Ado.
Yeah, it was Vala who stole the ship. Yes. Yeah, Vala.
My name's
Claudia
Tom
Black.
Ado.
The actress is Claudia Black, who's been in a ton of stuff. 2003 stand-up special. I'm trying to look up. You talked about Jim Brewer. My favorite stand-up special of all time for Jim Brewer. Let's see if I can find this.
I haven't watched. I think I've only watched part of one of his comedy specials.
Hardcore.
I need to go back and watch some more of his stuff.
Is
heavy metal, I think,
or
is his big one.
hardcore? It's one of those from 2002. And he does this bit of what it's like coming home drunk when you're a teenager. Oh my god. It's one of the best things ever to watch stand up because the way he does the voices and
he does some wild voices.
And
I think his newest one was what, Country Boy? Country Boy Will Survive, I think.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was Country Boy Will Survive. I think I watched that one. It was on, I think, free on YouTube, and that one's so damn good.
Yeah, it was hardcore. This one's on YouTube.
It's political. It's a little more political. But if you don't mind some political stuff, like, it's actually pretty fun.
This is.
What I like about Jim Brewer is he will make fun of all politicians. He does not give a shit.
Oh yeah, no. A lot of comedians are like that though, because they can get away with it.
They're allowed to get away with it.
They are.
That's funny, Spencer.
Oh, that's hilarious. You gotta share that, Spencer. You have it up?
Good old Cringecraft, as I'm calling it now.
Tell me when you have it up.
I was starting to tell you guys, though. So I just recently rewatched Napoleon Dynamite, actually.
Terrible.
My girlfriend had never seen it.
Oh
and so I asked her, I said, do you want to watch?
Fantastic movie.
I watched it. Yeah, and I told her, I said, you're going to probably be bored by it because it's a very weird sort of humor. But I said, like, give it a chance, see what you think. And I think she liked it. I don't think she wasn't wild about it, but like she found it enjoyable.
All right.
I remember she laughed. I saw her laugh. She laughed at the part where Uncle Rico's trying to like go around selling breast enhancement. And he goes to the one lady's house and she's got like, Chris will remember this. There's the lady he's going to sell the breast enhancement stuff to, and she's got giant muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't, she looks familiar. And you're like, wait a minute, how do I know her? And then frickin' Rex from Rex Kwon Do walks in. You're like, oh my god, it's the picture. It's his wife from the picture on his wall at his dojo.
Yep.
and that part made my girlfriend laugh.
This sheep definitely makes me laugh. Yeah,
that sheep is fantastic.
It's also the lamb sheep. Yeah.
Yeah. So, definitely to finish off, because we went from Jim Brewer to something. Go watch Jim Brewer's Hardcore special from 2002. Hardcore. I'm gonna put a link because we're gonna go ahead and end it right here.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And come watch our streams, guys.
Come
anytime. We're always streaming, hanging out here on Twitch as well.
Streaming and streaking. What?
We're streaming and streaking. We're throw some singles our way. Make it rain.
Yep. And do make sure that you share the charity link, please. And if you can donate.
Yeah, it's right there pinned on the chat for you guys. Yep. Share that charity link on social. Get it out there. Share it with your friends and family. See if anybody wants to donate a few bucks to help out the cause.
Donate, please. Please donate. Thank you again, Alex, for the donation tonight.
Thank you, Alex.
Late morning, early morning, or whatever it was for him. Hosea,
$9.97 direct from Germany.
James, awesome to see you. Matthew, thank you for hanging out. Sean Moore, welcome to our channel.
First timer.
Yep.
Welcome.
Ronnie,
Ronnie J.
He's asleep already too. Alex
left
already.
Cat
was here for a little bit. Yeah. So good night, guys.
And Hosea.
I already said Hosea. I said Hosea first. Damn it.
Who else was there? I thought there was somebody else.
I think I was it in the chat. And,
yeah, that was it.
Yep, that was it in the chat. So thank you, everybody. And we'll see you next time on Red Shirts Remastered. And very shortly, probably going to stream again in the next couple of days because we're going to raise some money for kids. Do it. Donate now. Goodbye.